ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of your show. That's right, the Kickout Crew. I am James Elacora, and I want to welcome you to another exciting and fun-filled episode, as they say. I want to give Josh Chernoff his props. Excellent episode last week. Really enjoyed talking to him, and I think he enjoyed talking to us for sure. That being said, we got a little something for the people today, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it to Brad. So, Brad, what's on the agenda for today?
As you can see, we have another special guest with us today. We have MLW superstar, member of the Bomaye Fight Club, and Levittown's own.
Oh, no.
Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I do not want to be associated with Levittown, Pennsylvania. I would like to keep that as far in the rear view as possible. Well, I've graduated from life, and no more hometown sadness for me. I've moved on from that trauma. Thank you. But thanks for reeling me back in today.
I think I have that same cup from the same place.
Right.
Oh, Brad.
Anyways, hey, thanks so much for being here. We're really excited to have you here. So, Devyn, I believe you were going to get us started with some questions, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Hot soup.
So this is a question I like to ask most of our guests that come on. What got you into this crazy world of wrestling?
Oh, man, that's all I know. My oldest memories are wrestling, man. It was either like the only things I was obsessed with, this little peek behind the curtain, was like wrestling and like Batman, like Ninja Turtles #3 loosely. I know a lot of you guys are big comic book fellas, but I didn't really come from the comic books and the hardcore cartoons. I just love seeing big jacked up dudes, man meat on man meat, beating each other up, real or fake, however it went down, in the ring. But you know, it helped that like my dad and my grandfather both like loved wrestling, and my grandmother is like your typical like wrestler granny. So that it helped that everybody else around me actually liked wrestling too.
So how did you actually get into the business then? Like, how'd you start training?
And then it was crazy. Once I figured out I was actually tall and I wasn't just an average size human, I figured I'd utilize that to actually become a professional wrestler. But like, I don't know what other people want to be when they're like an actual child, but you know, that I don't know who really wants to be like a fireman, cop, astronaut, but like professional wrestlers seem really way off, like in the realm of like things you can do as a tiny human. And I just so happened to be 6'5" and figured out where the gym was. But it was mentioned that I grew up in Levittown. Shortly there, I wasn't a tape guy. I was right. Not going to let anyone know exactly how old I am. So I'm just after the tape trading, but slightly before the internet, in that, you know, all I really had was a like an RF video kiosk in the mall, not too far from my hometown, where I just bought like Dudley Boys, like collages, those tapes. But once ROH came around, they opened up the dojo the next town over, 10 minutes from me. And then like up to that point, it was just, no one knew what, like you didn't know what a wrestling school was. It was either you went to Bret Hart's house or like someone taught you how to wrestle out back. But, you know, they happen to have an actual wrestling school around the corner. And my parents were super supportive, split the cost with me. And I just showed up one day and just didn't quit like everybody else.
So I had a bunch of Levittown questions here. We'll just skip through that. Favorite
we can hit them. I'm cool with it.
That's all right. I already said where you went to high. So did you play football? Did you wrestle in high school? What'd you do?
I did nothing. I did none of that. I played football up to a certain point, and I hated it. I was very skinny. I wasn't as jacked up as I am now, but I was a baseball kid. I played baseball majority of the time. I just never got on the amateur wrestling mat. It's like the only thing that I regret. You know, first time you get a double leg by one of those Drew Gulak types, you learn real quick. So, regret.
So, all right. So, are you favorite cheesesteak place in Philadelphia? Go.
Ooh, number one, definitely Angelo's. Angelo's is by far number one. I will say number two is a smaller place on like Second Market. It's called Oh Brother. I prefer them because it's like a normal place where you can actually order through like Uber Eats, Grubhub, and get it delivered to the house, things of that nature, or the hotel when we're back in town. But it's a little easier to get than Angelo's. So that's my number one and number two. The rest are interchangeable. It's all steak and grease, but I have like 6 of them when I come back home.
So when I was looking up a match, I wasn't sure what we were going to do. You're in a lot of tags. Do you prefer tags to singles?
Oh yeah, man. I'm not trying to be out there for 20 minutes by myself. What do I look like? I'm here for the biz, man. I take the easy way. No, I kind of just lucked into that. My first half of my career, my comic book era, as I say, out in the Chikara world, I was teamed up with someone else, and we did everything was tag team and trios matches, and it just kind of the way I fell in that groove. But I'm on my own sometimes now, but not as much as I'd like to be. So it just kind of fell into place, and take the spot you can get, so to speak.
So how would you describe your role in MLW?
Currently,
Mhm.
Oh my God, I'm like just the tallest job guy, no?
Ass kicker number 3, probably.
Yeah, something like that. I'm muscle for hire, you could say. I'm more of a performer behind the performer, you could say. But I don't know if you want to call me a manager, but definitely a bodyguard role. And every once in a while, I lace up the boots and try to go out there and beat somebody up. But that damn Hammerstone got over on me last time around, but can't win them all. So
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. How did you like working with him?
he's big. He's a big guy. I liked him until we had to fight each other.
Who'd he ever beat?
You said it, not me. He was a little hurt, so the match didn't go for the way we wanted it. A little shorter than possible. I think he had gotten hurt a couple nights before in New York, but Hammerstone, there's a reason why he's the champ. He's a good dude, a lot to learn from. Jacked. No one's bigger than Hammer, brother. I'm taller, but bro, he's got me beat. But yeah, and he just did a bodybuilding show and got first place like 6 weeks ago. How is this even possible? That's why he's the champ.
What do you got, guys? Go ahead.
So is there any other of the MLW superstars that you like working with? Obviously, Hammerstone, you just touched on, and obviously you like working with Alex Kane.
Yeah, well, I am the enforcer, the mind behind the Bomaye Fight Club, I so to speak. But we like Alex Kane. He's everything we thought he was going to be since day one. Love being paired up with him. He's a big dude. I truly think Hammerstone's days are numbered after July 8th in Philadelphia. Never say never. Never say never. We might get another black world champion. Court Bauer, if you're listening, let's root for it. But no, we love Hammerstone. I love Alex Kane. I'm a huge Microman guy. Like Microman's my road dog. I have an apartment in Mexico, so I speak like this much Spanish. Just enough for him to, like just enough, Chico. But like I know enough to ask him, like, he is like, you all right? Everything cool? You ready? Let's go. Get in the car. He usually tags along because I usually, like I said, I usually have my own rental car because I don't like taking Uber. So your boy always has his own whip.
So I'm going to be at that. I'm going to be at that match, July 8th. I don't live too far away. I asked Alex about saving me a parking space. I know it's not in the car.
You got to get there early, man. You got to get there.
I can't get there early. You're like real early, like
listen,
4 o'clock.
Here's the trick. If you just go park over at the IKEA and just like Uber around the corner, if you're not worried about parking, it's probably safer over there anyway. Just saying.
Yeah, you mean you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's smart, not hard. See, I told you I'm the brains of the Bomaye Fight Club.
Well, how do you like that arena? How do you like the old ECW arena, 2300 arena?
Oh, what an evolution. Talk about like started from the bottom, now we're here. Back in the day, like, long story short, my dad worked at night. Like, he worked nights, so he wasn't around in the aspect of like being able to like take me to wrestling shows. So I had to drag my mother, who would either drop me off, or when it was at the ECW arena, she would not let me go by myself. So she would come to these wrestling shows with me. When that was just a shithole rundown building. I'm not sure how much we can curse here, but
all you want.
That building's a fucking dump. The worst of the worst. And then Roger, who I believe like he worked there and then somehow like acquired ownership. Philadelphia's shady. I don't know, but he just keeps putting money back into this building, and it's turned out to be a relatively nice building. Like WWE's done shows there. It looked like $1 million on the WWE network when they did the Evolve show. And the way it is now compared to when we used to train there back in the day, like in the Chikara, like in the back room, it was disgusting. That place was gross. It was just an old Foreman Mills, but it's come up now. It's a good place now.
So that's the second time you touched on that promotion. How did you enjoy your time in Chikara?
I love Chikara. It's the weirdest shit in the world in hindsight. Like, it's just one of those things where you don't appreciate it till it's gone. But if you look at the wrestlers that have come out of there, it's like if you turn your television on Wednesday nights, like That's a hell of a roster. Orange Cassidy, who else? Eddie Kingston, just to name a few, just those two alone. But to be able to work with all those dudes day in and day out was amazing. I learned a lot. I learned a ton. My best matches have come out of there. So, and it's hard to find that style too, because everyone was very well trained. I know Quack gets a lot of shit, but he deserves a lot of credit.
How underrated is he? How underrated is Mike Quackenbush?
The greatest wrestler of all time.
Exactly.
No one's ever said it, though. Like, so it doesn't matter. Like, he's great. He's great. He's great. He's a great teacher. I was lucky enough to train under him after I had switched from ROH to Chikara, and I learned a lot. And he did give me an opportunity in a big break, so I forever indebted to that. But
who was your favorite wrestler as a kid?
Oh, Mr. Perfect, hands down, no number two. I don't know why. He was the fucking man. The vignettes, brother. It was the vignettes got me hooked in, and the fucking bright singlet, the perfect plex. Nobody kicks out of that shit. But it was always, I like the bad guys. I still do to this day. I don't know why. It's just either you cheer for the good, but we all liked Hogan. And then I think my heart was broke when my mom told me that Hogan wasn't black. Spoiler alert. Because for you, I was like, well, how come I don't have like long blonde hair? Because 6-year-old me is like same skin color, like me, Randy Savage, Hogan, us black dudes. You know what I mean? And I just vividly remember my mom pulling me aside, like, he just lives at the beach. He's tan. He's not the same skin color.
His name is Terry.
So I didn't understand why I didn't have blonde hair and a mustache, but listen, brother, Hogan was up there, but the typical heels. I was a typical, but Perfect was my favorite of all time.
So
anybody you try to model your work after?
Walter, my second favorite wrestler.
Yes.
I always thought that you had to work hard and try and run around and keep up with these little bastards until I met Walter, and he just told me to stand in the middle of the ring and just swing when they come towards you. And it's really added an extra 3 years onto my career at this point, because I should have been hung these boots up a while ago. But
how did you get the name Blaster McMassive?
It was a combination of given to me, but Bobby Lashley was called Blaster something. Blaster Lashley, maybe, in OVW.
That sounds familiar.
It had stood out a little bit, and then when we were coming up with the Devastation Corporation, the names that were being thrown around, everything just didn't make sense. And I threw out the name Blaster, and yada yada yada. I eventually got an email that said, Blaster McMassive. I was actually upset. I wanted the name Max Smashmaster. I was upset that he had the cooler name, but in hindsight, Blaster makes a little more sense, and I still love it to this day.
So Blaster McMassive, with that, you normally painting your face. Do you kind of miss that?
Yeah, I do. But here's a little plug for you. Rad Pro Wrestling. I don't know the dates because I don't have it in front of me right now. DevCorp has been coming back. Everyone should check this out, especially anyone who's a big fan of Chikara. If I can keep wasting time verbally here, it'll let you know that the next show is Saturday, June 24th in Amesbury, Massachusetts at the Bear Wolf Brewery. I think it's an outdoor show. Max Smashmaster, even I can get tongue-tied every once in a while. He runs the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Most people know that. So this is one of the shows that he runs for his students, and it's kind of a callback to the Wrestling is Fun Chikara days where everyone has a little character. Two of these characters just happen to be the Devastation Corporation. This little company may or may not exist in the year 1996. Depending on how you view your alternate universes. So that was, again, Island of Illusion, put on by Rad Pro Wrestling in conjunction with the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, Saturday, June 24th. Get your Chikara reunion. More to come at the end, and when I actually have my list of plugs in front of me.
There it is.
So back in 2015, you actually made the PWI 500. Do you take a lot into that?
To fill the shit out. You just type your shit in. It don't mean nothing, man.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask your opinion about it.
Listen, if it was real, I'd be #1 and the fucking world champion. All right. So just because some Johnny come lately typed this bullshit in and he fake wrestled his other friend in his underwear in Tennessee for 66 minutes. You know, all of a sudden he's ranked 128th in the world. Give me a fucking break. But
Man, I didn't see that coming.
It's not going to get no better than that. Can we just,
well, what number was I that year? Number like 389, right?
450 something, I believe was what it said.
Bullshit. I was undefeated. We were undefeated.
We've had some guests on who've mentioned their rankings, so that's funny that you're like,
oh Jesus Christ, it was probably Alex Kane.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't even have to play that one back. He would know. Stuff like that doesn't matter to me because, like I said, I personally feel like if it was real, me and Haku would be co-champions. That's all.
Fair point.
I'll die on that sword.
You're a big dude. Have you ever done any MMA or UFC or anything
I'm
like
not trying
that?
to get punched in the face for real. Shit is garbage. Shit is the worst. I mean, no, I do like UFC, obviously. The old West Coast videos days where, the wrestling section was there. And then one day these other dudes were fighting for real. So yeah, once I had that hot box and we were watching all those early UFCs, that was a game changer. But I definitely can't do any of that because, again, no amateur background. My cardio is trash. Like I said, I got taken down one time in a wrestling ring for real on accident, and it was an eye opener of how these damn wrestlers have so much power over you, unfortunately. But why? Who's watching UFC? What's coming up next? Is there any stars? Where's John Jones?
I have no idea.
Has anyone here
Too
been
busy
punched in
watching
the face
wrestling.
for real?
No, I pay attention, but I don't watch them. But
It's
Bones Jones, man, he's running the game right now.
We like Bones Jones, but no, I can't do that UFC shit, man. I wouldn't even do karate. I try to stay. All I do is go to the gym and just try not to get hurt outside of the wrestling ring. I got dates, man. I got to fill these dates. Court would have a seizure if I fell off my jet ski or something crazy.
Oh, nice.
So can you tell us about your relationship with Club Cam and or tell us about Club Cam and your relationship with Richard Holiday? I'm a pretty big fan of his. I like the Dynasty as well.
Oh, Club Cam, what a time to be alive. Was this early uncharted territories or me taking off half days of work to go to Massachusetts in my actual work clothes? There's a great picture of Club Cam and I have like a pink polo tucked into these dress pants, which is me just literally coming from the office and like, hey, this is how I dress now. But no, Club Cam was great, just thrown together. But what such talent! Carmelo's the NXT champion right now. Richard Holiday is, probably the best wrestler out of all those people. Who knows where Cam's at? I feel like someone else was missing in there, but maybe Trent Beretta. What a time to be alive! What a Thursday in fucking Massachusetts in front of 88 people. Unreal. But no, that was a good time though. And I love Richard Holiday. Richard Holiday is one of my favorite people. Him and I share a love for coffee. So my early on run, us together, anytime I traveled, I would mostly travel with Richard. Once we got to the city, and then we would venture out, we would go get coffee and bullshit. And I would just, convince him to turn on Hammerstone. And I think he listened one day, but he left. Luckily, he's back in remission. So all good things. I think unfortunately, his MLW deal is up, but I think we can all see him going on the bigger and brighter things for now.
Yeah, I just want him to stay healthy because I saw him with MJF and everything like that with the MLW. I'm like, this guy's got it too. And then I found out what happened. I'm like, oh, okay. So
crazy. No one took that worse than me. It was the hardest, but Richard's a dude who never gave up, and we expected no other outcome. He ain't putting nobody over. Trust me.
So Devin asked this question, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it anyway. He wrote this down. I'm not sure why he would ask something like this, but here we go. Has your birthday ever fallen on Thanksgiving?
Oh,
what the fuck?
I was born on Thanksgiving. Who asked this?
Me.
Hey, what's your birthday?
I found.
Okay.
Sorry, you go. It's your birthday.
My birthday's November 28th. But I was born on
the 26th, man.
See, so sometimes yours falls on Thanksgiving. I was lucky enough. I don't want people, again, I'm trying to hide my real age here. If any of the rats ask, I'm still 28. But I was born on Thanksgiving, and every once in a while it falls on Thanksgiving. It's a great time for me.
No lie, I think we're like 2 days apart in birth.
Perfect. That's perfect.
When you said your graduation year, I was like, oh shit. And like,
everything's
you're
coming
tall,
together now.
massive, and like buff. And here I am like,
We could have been. Could have
I
been
was like,
what if we swap bodies at birth?
two different lifestyles right there, you know.
I think
Both
Alex Kane
Cowboys
would have a
fans.
problem if next week on MLW he turned around and James was behind him.
I mean, he'll be all right. He'll figure it out.
I mean, I'm like 6'2", you know.
That's a great question. Though.
You can't come to the ring holding that
Stand
beer.
up.
What are you doing?
Exactly. Like what?
I had no idea what to expect on that question, but yeah, all Sagittarius boys.
Mhm.
All right, guys. I've been hogging the time. Go ahead.
I have a question about the getting over an aspect of that. You obviously, you begin and you have matches and shit like that. But when do you think was the time where you were really starting to like get over, connect with the people, or they were like reacting to shit you did?
Way back in Chikara, I was very new. This was like my first time in front of a crowd, like post, at that point I had trained fully and like only done practice matches and had like no future. So I was very nervous and quiet. And luckily I was given a character that didn't have to talk much because we had a mouthpiece. My tag partner at the time he's like a New England guy. So it was his first big break out of New England and like given in a character in a company that he begged to be in this. So it was like a lot of like, do what you're told, don't ruffle any feathers for about 3 or 6 months. And then once I figured out that I could fucking talk, and just, even though I wasn't allowed to cut promos because I have a potty mouth, my chitter chatter and I remember vividly the day somebody said something and I was like, come see me out back. And my tag partner goes like, don't talk. And I'll go, no, fuck that. Like I would talk if someone talked shit to me. Yeah. So it just evolved into this whole thing where it was just like, and then the confidence that came with that. So the more I was myself, I would say it took probably a good 2 years, a good year or two. And we were given a hella push too. We were fucking Ultimate Warrior times fucking 3. We're undefeated forever. But it just came as soon as I was comfortable, like being myself. And everyone always says like, oh, the character is an extension of you. As soon as I was like, oh, I'm playing the guy doing the face paint, it was like, no, this is just me with the face paint on.
Yeah.
So once I connected those dots, it was all good from there.
Nice.
And in Chikara, I will say I was lucky to be paired off. I think we're gonna watch a match today with the Green Ant. I was lucky to be paired off with people like the Green Ant, Large Cassidy, Drew Gulak, these types of people who knew what the fuck they were doing in the ring. So being with those guys during training and then like being able to go out there and do stuff in the ring, it was it was easy because they were so good at that just made me fucking better.
Devastation Corporation helped with that too. Like
that's my shit, man. Shake them fucking ropes. That was the best gimmick ever, man. The Dev Corp, that's my bring it back. Come see us at Rad Pro Wrestling. It's the most fun we have.
Yes.
So in all your different tag teams, is there somebody you just feel like you had more chemistry with over anybody else, or you just had more fun tagging with?
Smash Master has been my number one because him and I are literally, just like me and you were 2 days apart in age. Mm-hmm. Him and I are just the same person in a different body, like everything. Even like we would have such weird connections where we knew what each other were thinking, and like I could look at him and just knew what was going on. It's psychotic. So we had such great chemistry where like majority of the time, like we could just tell a story to each other, like with our eyes, like literally finishing each other's sentences. But very comfortable with that, but like I've learned to work with people that I don't like working with, which is all you're always paired up with someone you just don't quite love. Luckily for me, it was just a couple short amount of times, but you get used to it. I just go out there and do my own thing. I don't care anymore. I'm out there having fun for myself, and I just try not to get blown up. So I move very slow.
How'd you like what's it called? The Battle Riot. What do you think of that format?
The what is it? The fucking No Mercy rules or the N64?
Well, you can pin, you can submit, you can throw them out of the ring. And I would tell you what, everybody hit their back on the way out of that
reference.
Ring. It's the NWA Revenge, like Battle Royal mode, right? Where you just with weapons. I like it. It gets a little clunky. But I think I've done 2 or 3 of them now at this point. It seems too many. But it's done well. It depends on when you come. I came in early last year. I was in and out, thankfully. But this year it got a little crowded. I didn't even watch it back yet. So hopefully, I think there was a point I was like stuffing Ken Broadway's money in my fucking trunks. Like, listen, you can never have an extra color. Then he comes. The funny thing was, he turns around and he's supposed to do a spot with it, and I'm like, "It's all in my pants, dog." Like, shit happens.
Hey, with inflation, man, that's a smart move too.
Hey, listen, I'm not getting paid by the hour, so I got to roll.
Exactly.
This is something I've never asked anybody before, but I've been to those MLW shows. I've been to those Impact shows there. And you're not just recording for one night, you're recording for a lot of nights. And I went to a Battle Riot, I think it was 2019 or 21, a Battle Riot 3, whatever that was. And it was probably from 6:30 to 11:30 at night. Is that how is that? How tough is that?
Long, it's exhausting on the body. But for me, as an older gent, I prefer just one brutal weekend, and then I fly back to Tampa, I get in the hot tub, and I'm like, I lay in bed for 2 days before I do anything. I don't know if I can do this shit every weekend, but those days are long. If you don't prep, like, especially if you fly in the day before or same day, like, my biggest thing is when we go back to Philadelphia, since it's home for me in the burbs, I usually fly back a couple days early so I can have my little routine, go see my barber, whatever the case may be, like see my parents, do all my bullshit, and I'm like, I'm comfortable and I'm not like agitated. I got shit knees. Both of my ACLs have been replaced thanks to this, lovely fake wrestling that we do, where you don't get hurt, right? So the stress of walking through the airport and being on the concrete all day on my knees when your boy's walking around at 250 can be a little stressful, but and then on top of getting in the ring and actually like trying, and even the days that I don't do nothing and I stand on the outside and he beats up whoever, it's just exhausting because you're there. It's not like your normal routine. You get at the building at 1:00, you're cutting promos for 2 hours out of the first part of the day, and you're trying to figure out what you're doing in 3 different segments, but it's all part of the biz.
That's tough. Because even tough for fans, I think sometimes it'd be 5-6 hours long. You know what I mean?
It's exhausting. I mean, the last one, I guess the last one we did, it was whatever the situation was. I don't remember the match on. I think, I was on first and last, which is like only me in my world, right? But it gave me like a good amount of time. Like I was out there, I was just talking to my mom for like literally an hour because I knew we had 2 episodes to go before we had the riot. So I was just chatting with my mom on like, the drama about the drywall in the fucking garage. You know what I mean? While, everyone else is having a great time down in beers, like, oh, you want a drink? And I'm like, I got to go back to work real quick. But yeah, at the end of the day, you throw up a couple tequilas and rip the weed pen and we're all back to business. We fly home the next day.
Right.
So I think we're going to get this match started, right, Adam?
Yeah, I was curious. I got one more question.
Perfect.
Is there somebody that you kind of go to in the back? Like if you want advice on a match or if you want somebody to kind of look over your match, is there somebody in particular you kind of go to and say, well, hey, what do you think about this? Or is there something I can do better? Is there that one particular guy you love to go to?
Yeah, prior to my last match in the last tape, and I would say it was Alex Hammerstone, just because in a fictitious world, it's mostly me, Alex Kane, and Hammerstone in this one specific corner of the building where we can see the TV and we have our bathroom. It's very intimate. And he's definitely one person I'd always go to, and he watches everything, which probably why he's the champ. He doesn't miss shit. So most of the time, my feedback that came from him was unsolicited. He would kind of pull me aside and say, hey, listen, like this, and this, try to work on this, and this. More recently, since me and Hammerstone don't see eye to eye, because he's a big jacked up dickhead, I've been leaning more on Delirious. Since he's been brought on as not only a performer but a producer. He was my original trainer. I'm sure someone found this out in the midst of doing the research. Since I'm from Levittown and trained at the ROH dojo, Delirious was my original trainer before I went over to Chikara. So him and he's known me since day one of walking in that school. So he's someone I can still go back to and say, like, did that suck as much as I think it did, or are we on the right track here?
Are you always critical about your matches? Are you the hardest person on your matches?
Oh, I don't give a fuck. That's number one. I don't give a shit. Like what the fuck? Like it's MLW. Fix it in post. Cut it out if you know what I mean. But I don't. If we were wrestling live, I mean, I know we're doing a live show on July 8th on pay-per-view, live on Fight. Come watch me assist Alex Kane to win the world title. at the next MLW show against
For the
Alex
people.
Kane. For the people, Bomaye, for the people. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. What the fuck were we talking about there?
It don't matter.
Don't even.
Being critical on your matches.
No, I like Delirious. That's my dude. I don't give a shit. Whatever happens out there, I know I'm better than half the motherfuckers that want to be there anyway. So I do my job and I know what I'm good at and I stick to what I know.
There you go.
Nice. Well, while Adam pulls that matchup, we have a
I got
live
it ready.
fan question.
I'm a professional. As they say.
A live fan question from James. James here, Melbourne, Florida. Hi, nice to meet you.
Love to see
Hey,
it for a long time.
Sports fan here. Is there any sports team that you like by chance?
Oh, uh-oh.
The Eagles.
Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, listen, my screen just went crazy. I don't know. I got sidetracked.
You're good. Yeah, Adam pulled it up when I held up America's team's helmet, which was very convenient. Adam, appreciate it.
I am, despite my location, I do not like the Eagles. I am very much a Cowboys guy. I don't like to wave that flag around very often, but only because you have paraphernalia in the background. Right now, I'm big on the Phillies, so I'm all in on these Phillies. I watch a ton of baseball, too much baseball. I was at the Rays game last night just because I love baseball that much. So yeah, I'm real hyped on the Phillies. The Cowboys will definitely disappoint me come, the regular season and the playoffs, but it's what I'm accustomed to at this point.
Yeah, we live good until January for sure.
It hurts.
Yeah,
It hurts.
that was James from Melbourne, Florida. So.
Love to see it.
Are we ready?
I heard someone ask today if the Cowboys are regretting Dak Prescott's contract. I'm trying not to think about it.
I heard something like dump Dak. Well, whatever.
That's all.
There's a
What
lot of
match is it,
repercussions
James?
to a decision like that.
Matt,
But
what match did you say?
a match. Well, glad you asked, Brad. It is Blaster McMassive versus Silver Ant. It
Look at
took
this.
place
This
at
is indie wrestling.
Chikara Sword of Destiny on June 13th, 2015. It emanated from Logan Square Auditorium in Chicago, Illinois. It had a match length of roughly 10 minutes. Boom.
I get to do my own commentary on this. Oh my God, this is the greatest day of my life.
How did we get there?
Before we hit play, there's a lot going on in this picture. Can you not see? I am the pinnacle of indie wrestling because I'm coming out of a fucking door. It's the biggest pet peeve of my life. The Logan Square Auditorium is a great venue known for professional wrestling. Give me a fucking curtain to come out of, for fuck's sake. The only thing worse is the high school door where the door opens and he's on the basketball court. But I'm the champion of something here, the fucking neighborhood. But I'm coming out of the door of the stairway.
I was hoping people had to run down the stairs and out the door. I thought that would have been classic.
The
I mean, you can tell you
the
didn't.
locker room was upstairs. This whole building's on the second floor, and the locker room's above. It's a whole shit show, man.
Oh,
But it's a great venue, very intimate. And this motherfucker was sold out, so you better believe it too.
You know you're in an independent place when they got Pat's Blue Ribbon on the floor.
Wait. Now, come on now.
Yeah. Come on
Yeah.
now, is right.
Listen,
Anyway,
we're
are we
having
Get some
ready?
blue ribbon beer, Adam. Come on, man.
Did you do your own makeup?
This dude's where are we? We're in Chicago. This was a weekend that I don't know why I was doing a singles match number one, but I think if you can tell by the simplicity of this makeup, I had to do this myself or I had one of the girls do it for me because my tag partner always painted my shit because I can barely write my name.
It goes all the way to the top of your head, too. So did you just look down at the mirror? Or?
Yeah, just double it up. It was always like one side. I tried to make it look like Mike Awesome when I did the little one, and the other one was just like a weird diamond. I don't know. It had no rhyme or fucking reason. It made no sense.
What was your favorite version of Mike Awesome?
The one where he didn't kill himself.
Oh, God.
That's a good one.
What? Too soon? Anyway, no, okay. All right.
Hey, I will say that on commentary, they do mention that this is like, I think your second singles match, or I mean, I don't know, but
To answer that question, my favorite version of Mike Awesome, to look at on like pictures of is when he has his face painted because that's like he looks so fucking badass. But like ECW Mike Awesome World Champion, name a cooler fucking dude. I didn't even care that he had a mullet. This dude's 6'7", 300. carrying a grown Japanese man on his shoulders, walking up the top rope backwards from the bottom. Like, bro, if there's any one dude that I want to be, like, it was Mike Awesome, but I just don't understand how he had like crazy balance and more jacked, tall, and shredded than I'll ever be in the history of my life.
I was a big fan of the Fat Chick Thriller.
That's on the very on brand with you, I can tell. And we just met.
Still to this day, Adam
I'm
is
from
still
Alabama.
a fan.
Roll Tide, roll. All right. But hey, look, I'm one half of the tag team champs. Why was I only ranked number 420 out of 500 people?
Right.
Unbelievable.
You didn't get your papers in time.
I didn't fill out the form. We're gonna have to do this in
3, 2,
sections.
1,
Yeah, let's keep
play.
it rolling. This guy fucking jacked out of his mind.
I like how you
Million
walk
miles
past
an
this one
hour.
dude and just slap him. Cracks me up right there. Bam.
Oh, that dude, I like that guy.
I thought you ball shotted him. That was great.
There's some babe in the front row here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. What's with the quality of this video?
Hey, man.
Is this because we're on
YouTube.
Zoom? Oh yeah, this girl right here. I ended up getting that girl's number in the middle. Haley. She was a rat though. She was Roddy's rat.
Mm.
I
Nice.
miss those babies. I got nothing to hide here, man.
So, all right. So which town has the best rats?
Oh, Chicago, hands down. Shake them fucking ropes, Dave Batista. What's up?
There's
Did
that
you see
one
that?
lonely,
Stop the
one
guns
lonely
and
banner.
fucking shake that. Rick, can we get a rewind on that, please? Let's go back like 10 seconds. Let's give the people what they want. I didn't even see
Right.
this coming. Look at that. Shoot them fucking tyrants. Shake them fucking ropes. One streamer, brother. Love to see it.
That's a
Bryce
first in
Ramberg
Kickout
looks
Crew
so
history.
lost.
A rewind.
Look at
Gavin
Bryce Ramsberg with
Loudspeaker.
hair.
Galvin Loudspeaker, the greatest announcer of all time. Bryce still holding on to the little male pattern baldness that he had. Look at him.
Oh, he's
Oh,
got the
yeah.
Mean Gene. Oh, that's
Bryce. That is Bryce.
awesome.
Yeah.
Go off his own. Everyone comes from somewhere. Bryce is a very good ref.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Here we go.
Oh, he got the door.
What's
shut.
behind door
He got
number
the door
3?
shut.
There he is. The man.
Is he silver? Silver.
Hey, James, you know who the announcers are today?
Man, I'm glad you asked, Brad. It is Juan Francisco de Coronado and Mike Quackenbush.
Who would have
Nice.
thought? Fucking Lehigh Valley's all-star team right there. Jesus Christ.
I thought Quackenbush did an amazing job on commentary here.
He's good, man. He knows his shit. He was right in the he had the book, brother. He knew what was coming. He had to get his boys over. Look at that place. Sold out. 450 people.
Some would say they're hanging from the rafters.
Hanging from that low stage over there. Look, why couldn't one of those curtains be in front of the damn door? You see what I'm saying?
Right. They put about 6 of them right there. Couldn't put one right by the door.
Look at this guy shit talking. I ain't taking this belt off. I should have watched this first, but this is a good trip down memory lane. I didn't kiss the
Yeah.
belt away like Brett. Non-title.
You
match.
obviously have a lot of size on this guy.
He's a fighter though. Don't let him sleep on you. He's a fighter.
So how do you like working with someone smaller like that, though?
Love it. It's my favorite thing in the world. And this motherfucker liked to fight. And you can tell this is the closest thing to a real fight I've ever been in. There is no pulling punches here. I'm still sore because of this.
I read a couple internet reviews on this, and no lie, they were like, yeah, they beat the shit out of each other. Like every one of them said, like they were laying them in, beating the shit out of each other.
I don't have enough talent to do anything else. I can only go out there and fight. I know I stay in my lane. He's the best wrestler ever. I don't understand why he's not signed current day, but if we know the true identity of this Silver Ant and you go down that rabbit hole, he pops up every once in a while.
It's not Fuego del Sol, is it?
I can't. I'm not going to blatantly say. I'm trying not to blatantly say it.
Okay.
He is not Fuego del Sol, but he is a former Ring of Honor tag team champion and television champion.
There you go.
Devin.
Of course,
Look
you
at this,
knew
look
it
at
wasn't
professional.
Fuego del Sol, Devin.
Devin knows everybody about everybody.
Hey, what do you think about going into the crowd like this?
Fucking
How do you
do
feel
it, man.
about doing
Get riled
stuff like
up.
that?
These nerds aren't going to fucking do nothing.
That's right.
They're getting their money's worth too. They feel like
I'm
they got their
never in
money's worth.
danger. Lay it in there, brother. But if you see, I caught that dive like a professional. If some of these damn kids would stop jumping out of the way of people trying to fucking dive on them and catch your fucking opponent so they don't break their goddamn neck.
Makes
You
sense.
think basing is a foreign thing now?
Yeah, well, not everyone's born big, so.
When
Where are
did
we going
Chikara
here?
end? Was it right around now or was it a few years later?
I think maybe like 17, 18,
Yeah.
maybe the pandemic got it. It did a couple weird years where they were just kind of stationed out of Northeast, and luckily I was past that. I love this move. I love that. The
That's nice.
Irish whip reversal into the fucking leg lock. What a guy. What a wrestler.
It's very smooth. Andy released it before Bryce got the 5 count in.
He
So
knew I wasn't going to tap. It's going to take more than that, bitch. Woo.
So right there, you're just double tough, huh? That's just how you did that. Like,
I
there's no real
wasn't sure,
secret.
I
just
wasn't
double
sure
tough.
where we were going. I think this is just one of those days where it's like, I'll see you out there, brother.
But when you catch him, you just double tough as shit. That's just pretty much the secret. Just
Well,
be tough.
I didn't want to fucking dump him on his head. I'm a professional.
Yeah, yeah.
God, I hated Chop so bad. Ugh, no, God, no.
So
How hard is it to catch someone out of midair like that before?
It's not very. That's why I don't understand why these people are dying out here.
It was hard for me because I was only 150
arms up.
pounds.
Jesus. This taunting a little kid, we don't get away with that no more. Would have been child abuse. I tried to kill this little kid.
Only 8 years ago, and it's a different world.
No, this kid's probably a grown ass man right now.
MJF threw a drink on a child.
Listen,
Yeah.
if I would have done that shit, I would have been fucking canceled. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This is me not trying to kill this. Let's just do suplex on the floor. Let's just do suplex on the floor. Why don't we?
Yeah, there is no padding out there.
Yeah,
I wanted him to suplex me on the steps, but he wouldn't do it.
concrete always wins.
Look at this guy, Chikara at its finest. Fucking bunch of nerds.
Hey man, we're all a little nerdy.
Yeah, I know.
You're with 4 of them right now.
I'm just. You're me too.
Yeah,
You're not the biggest one. I'm just the tallest one out of all of you.
There's no doubt.
You did say 4 though, so I guess that excluded me. Thanks, Brad. I appreciate
I was wondering who was going to catch that. He didn't say 5.
it.
I was going with Mr.
man.
Thomas there, but
He would be the
Mike.
6th, Brad.
ugh.
There we
You
go.
left
Very
out
true.
I
Mike.
gotta get mine back right here.
I forgot
bro.
Mike. Mike's not on my screen right now.
Shot the hell out of him.
Then you gotta come back. Tell
Thanks,
the ref that he's a piece of shit.
Not.
So is this the only time that you and Silver Ant have went 1-on-1?
No, we did a one in New Hampshire one day where I fucking did a dive out the fucking floor like a crazy person.
Well, he got you in the neck right there.
We've done a few of these. It's always the go-to match. Just
When you went to the outside, did he catch you?
100%. He's a true professional.
Guys have
Every
excellent-
time I
excellent
dove,
chemistry.
I think the only times I dove was on like Silver Ant was always there. Silver Ant or Quack, they would forever get me where I need to be. But
We watched an old match back with Quackenbush and Cesaro, and that was really something to see.
oh, not the IWA one from down there, right?
I don't remember what it was.
Does it
was,
end in like the craziest double sunset flip power bomb?
yes, that was the
it's
match.
the greatest match ever invented.
Yeah,
Oh, it was a good move.
The crazy story, I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain. The crazy, they never ever accomplished that move, and they tried it all the time. Like every once in a while, they would just try it and they never hit it. The first and only time they did it was in that match live in front of a crowd.
yeah, that was an amazing. That was my first.
And I just got my teeth kicked in.
Nice shotgun drop kick.
Referee has
100
great reactions.
miles an hour. He's coming off the top, and I didn't put my hands up because I ain't no bitch.
Take it like a man.
When you're from Levittown, you know you're tough.
Oh,
Street-
man, Brad. Good grief.
Put his
Yeah.
own shit over.
If your name is Silver Ant, you have to be tough.
Yeah.
You really dominated a lot of this.
I felt like we went like 60-40. No, I felt like I gave him some good heat, but once he had me on the outside, he whipped my ass on the outside and we kind of went back and forth. It seemed more 50-50 in my head that I'm watching it right now, but it does seem like when I'm on him tough.
Yeah, it's just it looks like you should win.
That's what the story's supposed to be, brother. This is what I do. And this is what a lot of people don't understand about wrestling is like, oh, but you didn't win. It's like, yeah, but like it makes me look better when I don't win because I get my shit in when the other guy fucking does his rinky dink. He looks like $1 million. He does his comeback. I go.
You don't
home.
have to go over to get over.
No, exactly. And like I said, I tell you all the time, if I wanted to be champion, brother, I would have hooked Hammerstone and I would have dropped him on his big fat head. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop.
But what's the fun of beating everybody? What's the fun in that?
I don't know. Ask fucking Goldberg.
But what I like what you did here was those two
You triggered
nonchalant,
Mike right there.
those two nonchalant pins, and then you go for a real pin, or a real cover. You know what I mean? And
Well,
I don't know, just little things like that. I just noticed things like that. That's all.
I like how you're pacing the match.
There we go. Come on.
Uh-oh.
The guy doesn't go down with one kick, takes a couple.
Oh.
Nice move.
Whoa.
Bombs.
Two. Oh, he kicked out.
Fuck out of here.
Is that Sami Zayn under that mask?
I wish.
Blue
I'll tell you
Thunder?
the last wrestling match I saw as a fan was the 1-2-3 Kid versus El Generico at that Chikara show.
Oh God, I bet that was amazing.
The greatest day of my life. I left immediately after that, and I started wrestling school like the next day, I think.
Damn. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
Silver Ant pumped off the ropes. Oh.
Oh, had to cut off his. Yep, cut it off.
Should have went for the pin. You probably could have won, dickhead.
You're tired.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, oh,
Ah.
I kind of thought it was over right there.
oh.
So did
Damn.
I.
I like the
Only
ref
Jesus
reaction
job
and
to
the
the
camera
crucifix.
reaction
I
on
would
that
never.
clothesline.
I would never job to the crucifix.
God, I hope not. That's the
You just-
easiest thing to kick out of.
Took his head off with a clothesline.
Yeah, that ref reaction was awesome. He was like, whoa! And then, the camera bobbled and shit.
I love how animated Bryce Ransberg gets
He definitely does.
because it's not too over the top.
He brings a lot to the match, always.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's this guy going?
Do you have a favorite referee?
Yeah, Frank, referee Frank. You know Frank from MLW? He's on Impact too.
Frank Gastineau.
Yeah, I can't say his last name. Frankie G.
Boy, Devyn.
Frank's my favorite ref. Back in the day, Bryce was always good. He was just, he was always with us. But yeah, we love Frank. We love to see
Yeah,
him win.
Frank Gastineau ref that first Riddle versus Swerve match for the MLW
Oh,
Championship.
that's right.
Yeah, that's the one we did last week.
Oh.
Nice frog splash.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Right
bullshit.
to
This
the
would be
mark.
illegal.
Right. So right here, you pick him up with one fucking arm. Like, you don't really wrap your other arm around him. You just straight up
I was-
curl his ass.
I was out of
Like,
position.
fucking double tough, man. It's insane.
Ooh,
Then drop him.
Because
that
you
Oh,
go to like grab your other arm, but you don't, and you just
I
like
couldn't get
straight up
there,
one
'cause
arm.
that's
that dude.
usually where the rest of my strength comes from, but I couldn't get there. I was just like, oh, there's only one
Yeah.
way.
You just straight up one arm that dude.
I did not tap out. I did not quit. I ain't no bitch. There's
True.
illegal choke.
Yeah.
Illegal.
And even the crowd is intense.
Wanted my money back. I want my money back. I
Yeah,
want my
Bryce
All
money
them
should've-
claps, man.
should've
All the
been a
claps.
should have been a DQ.
Yeah.
If I see that hot sauce having MF on the streets, he's dead. Great armpit hair on the kid there.
that was a closed foot. It was illegal. Closed foot. Totally illegal.
Oh, what a fucking match. This is my favorite
was
match
nice.
ever. It's just a fight, but I love the Silver Ant, man. He's very good at wrestling. I love
So
all the
if you could have a match with anybody right now, who would you like to have a match with?
hot sauce Tracy Williams all day. I've been lobbying for it. And now that I saw him creeping around the MLW locker room, now that Opera Cup bullshit tournament's over, trust me, I have Court's cell phone number now. I will be lobbying and politicking. But if we could run that back real quick on Reels, theoretically, 7 minutes with commercials, help a brother out.
There you go.
We'll
So
see.
I got-
That's the number one I'm lobbying for because that motherfucker still likes to fight. So let's get it.
We just watched Blaster McMassive versus Silver Ant. I would love to see Mr. Thomas versus Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Dude, let's make that happen, matchmakers.
So is Silver Ant related to Ant-Man or Quicksilver?
What about the Silver
know.
Surfer? Don't forget about him.
You're gonna
Right.
get me canceled. The Chikara fans already hate me. I don't need any more hate.
So before we let you go, we do have some fan questions from Twitter. If you wouldn't mind, I'll get into them.
Yes.
All right. This comes from, I can't believe you listen to this podcast. They want to know, do you like pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, do what the fuck you want. Like, who am I to tell you what to do with your money? Like, I will say, listen, I'm very specific about my pizza because I'm from the Northeast. But when you're down here, you have to be, when I say down here in Florida, I like Papa John's is the best thing I have. So I'll venture off on like a Philly cheesesteak pizza. But if you want to get ham and pineapple on your pizza, I won't do that as a whole pizza, but like as a slice where I'm getting like, just like I wouldn't do buffalo chicken as an entire pizza. It's too much. I'd get a slice of this, a slice of that. But yeah, fucking do what you want. Don't let anyone judgment how you're going to spend your money on your food. Damn it. If you want to put dog food on your pizza, you sick fuck, do what you want.
Hawaiian style, baby. Sign me up.
Jackson Jensen wants to know, where did the name Mr. Thomas come from?
Fucking name's Thomas, and I couldn't think of anything else. Fucking, I'm not creative. It was Thomas Sharp for a little bit, which was just like Stokely Hathaway. I texted him, I need a last name that starts with S because my real last name starts with S. And the first thing he said back was Sharp. And then I had to ask the Monster Factory for permission to use that name. And it wasn't an issue. And then, Mr. Thomas, I knew what we were doing going into this. And like Mr. Hughes, Mr. Thomas, my cleaning lady called me Mr. Thomas. So like, it was like relevant at the time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just stuck. I swear I'm going to think of another fake last name. So if anyone has those suggestions, please tweet me at Mocha Traps. Preferably something that starts with B, the letter B, so I can use the Tampa Bay logos on all my shit.
Nice.
Dude, that Twitter handle, I love it.
Forward thinking.
Mocha Traps.
You touched on this already, but we're gonna go ahead anyway, give everybody their moment. Blackpool Cocknat. Ugh. Is the ECW arena home to you?
Oh yeah, the Mecca. That's my fucking Madison Square Garden. The Devastation Corporation, won the tag titles there, where we beat fucking Mr. Touchdown and Dasher Outfield for the Chikara tag titles. The best day of my life. One of the best days of my life. Next time we'll watch that match, but that shit's like 25 minutes, 3 falls. We'll have to do a fucking after dark one day where we fucking do tequila shots for every shitty wrestling move that's done.
Hey, yeah.
It's a good idea.
But yes, the ECW arena is home. That's my home base. It's a fucking privilege and an honor. And I'm happy that, it's one of the few buildings that we use that looks good on TV now for MLW. So it's easy to go home to.
It definitely does look good on TV. Andre the Giant's dog wants to know, who in the indies do you miss working with?
The old Fire Ant will be my favorite opponent ever. Orange Cassidy. I don't know if they're related, but people along the lines of that. He's probably my favorite opponent ever, with the exception of the Silver Ant. Other than that, I don't really miss anybody. Everybody else is fucking interchangeable.
This is an interesting name. Fuck Adam, kill Mike, marry James. Who's your celebrity crush?
Today, or let's do of all time, Anne Hathaway is like my true celebrity crush.
Nice.
I don't think I hate women involved in wrestling. So maybe my wrestling celebrity crush would be, let's say fucking Sherry. Like, give me whatever Sensational Sherry was today, like whoever that would be. The fucking red hair girl from NXT.
Gigi
Dolan.
Oh, Gigi Dolan. Oh,
That's a good one. That's a valid
We're
one. There you
on
go.
it.
That's my modern day Sherry. Sensational.
Great name here. Nitro Pepsi enthusiast wants to know, what is your cocktail of choice?
Ooh, tequila ginger ale. All day.
Nice.
Easy. I used to do like vodka, whatever. It used to be vodka pineapple. I was a big vodka pineapple guy. And then when I made the switch to tequila on accident, like tequila ginger ale, you can drink that during the day. You can drink it when you go out. You can pick the tequila of your choice. If you're a broke Bobby on a budget, you can get
Juarez.
You get whatever Jose Cuervo you want. But if you got a fucking couple dollars in your pocket, you want to go up a notch. I'm not saying it's got to be, fucking 1942 every night. But if you want to do a little, Casamigos, splurge a little. It'll get you where you need to be. Trust me.
Last question. I don't like it. I think it's a little mean, but let's just ask it and see what you say. Rose Salavi, Lady Picture Show. Ask him why he got kicked out of Chikara and why Bryce threatened him on Twitter over it.
Oh, dude, let's shoot, brother. I didn't get kicked out of Chikara. My time was coming to an end. I sold one of my King of Trios medals to some fucking nerd for money. And it was just a duplicate of a fucking $2 toy. And I sent the guy the real one or some fucking thing like that. Whatever it was, it's not a scandal because I fully admit to it. I sold something and the fucking guy bought it and I sent it to him. And then I got heat for it in a world full of carnies, like in a world full where people are stealing money. And anyway, but I've never had an issue with that. And then, yeah, that was it. I was accused of some fucking wacky fucking, when everyone was coming out thing, but it turned out that the one wasn't true. And the other one was me asking some random girl to have a threesome when she was just about to go have sex with another wrestler willingly. And apparently I was the bad person. All I did was ask for consent. She said, no, I carried on. What the fuck?
You don't know till you ask.
Thank you.
Fair.
That's the shoot version of it. And I have like no problem telling that story. We were done with Chikara. If you check the sheets, me and Flex Rumble Crunch were going immediately to Evolve until he got hurt. So there was a little bit of overlap and then I was out. So
that medal you sent me, do I need to send that back to you or can I keep it?
It's all yours, bro. I have two more. I get 2 more copies.
So I got a question. We got as we're recording, we got a big weekend coming up, with wrestling, WWE and AEW. So I got a prediction for you. We got Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Who do you think is going over?
Is this the tournament match?
This is
for the world title, yeah.
The finals. I missed a couple weeks here. Oh shit. It
was all one night, so you didn't. Yeah, you could have missed it easy.
Did it happen that quick? Okay.
They had one from Raw.
Yeah, they did the tournament, and then boom, here's the finals. But that was decided like one night.
One half one night, one half the other night. Yeah.
You blink and you miss it. I guess you have to go AJ. AJ's back. You got to come out hot. I guess that's the safe pick, but logically, I can see Seth hasn't fucking won anything in a minute and kind of been putting everybody over since Cody got back. So I can see where that's going. But I guess if we're going in the direction of Roman and Seth again, maybe.
Nice.
I don't know. Your guess is they could go anywhere. I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out when's the 1,000 days.
It's
next Friday.
Has it been?
It happened this past
980,
Saturday.
970, something like that.
As soon as they can start saying 1,000 days as champion, then we can talk about maybe someone beating them. But until then, you can't get this close to 1,000 and not like be able to jam that down somebody.
I honestly think it's the only reason.
Yeah,
that he didn't win. That he didn't lose.
That's my crazy wrestling logic.
And he's not doing a title match. He's doing a tag team.
Oh yeah, they're making sure he ain't losing.
So that he can have he did a tag team this last Saturday.
Roman and Solo are the tag teams.
Not to go down the rabbit hole of predictions, but he could have all the belts, right? Give him all the belts.
He does. Crazy, huh?
I don't know. Yeah, but Solo's there to take the loss. That's my role. I know my role in MLW. Solo knows his role.
There we go. So, and then now with AEW, we have MJF. Who else we got in there? Jungle Boy.
Little boys. All of Tony Khan's favorite young boys.
Yeah, except for Sammy
Darby Allin.
Fuck off, Devyn.
All the little guys. Well, first off, none of those 3 guys look like world champions, so we can rule them right the fuck out.
You said that last week.
So, I mean, I like Jungle Boy. I fucks with Jungle Boy. Sammy's great, and Darby's doesn't need to be world champion because fucking break his neck if you gave him that opportunity. Man's crazy. He's talk about nuts. Catching this motherfucker throwing this motherfucker out of the ring in a body bag in Evolve, like handcuffed. Dude's a crazy man. He doesn't care what his body is. But no, MJF all day. MJF should never lose. He should be the next person that's 1,000 days.
And he didn't lose because this airs after that. All right.
Oh shit. And if you check the record books, MJF, one of the many people I have managed and had paid me for my managerial and bodyguard services along the way. I'm sure everyone on this panel did their research and they know I'm a manager of champions. So looking forward to July 8th.
I did do some research.
Levittown. You didn't. That's all you saw, and you stopped looking. You stopped.
Right.
July
Can't wait
8th,
to ask
Alex
him about the
Kane,
bars I
Alex
went to.
Kane. Let's go.
The best is he's gonna see me at one of these bars one day. He's gonna look at me like this motherfucker.
I'll be up there. I'm spending like 10 days up there in July.
He won't
so
see
I'll
you
be up
because
there.
he's too
All
tall
right.
and you're too short. So he'll have to like
Well, you will see me.
you, and you'll be like you.
Oh, we'll have to do something July 8th at the arena.
Yeah, I'm there.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
there for the show.
We'll figure something.
Definitely. All right. Well, plug your stuff, man. Do it.
Oh man, if you're watching this and you don't know me, it's just I'm just the guy that likes the wrestling. Check me out. I'm only on Instagram and I'm only on Twitter. They're both at Mocha Traps. It's Mocha like my skin color, Traps like my greatest muscle. It was a nickname that was given to me. I didn't make it up. So follow me on Insta, follow me on Twitter. I don't really pimp anything. I have nothing to sell. You don't have to buy a t-shirt from me. Donate to your fucking local dog rescue or fucking adopt a dog. I don't fucking know. Do something. That's it. July 8th, MLW, Never Say Never. Alex Kane versus Alex Hammerstone for the MLW World title. I'm predicting the title change because your boy getting those main event paydays. I'll be in the corner of Alex Kane in the Bomaye Fight Club. June 24th in Amesbury, Massachusetts. I can do this without looking. It's Rad Pro Wrestling. Come see the reunion of the Devastation Corporation. It's the second time we did a show this year. As always, Rad Pro Wrestling is in conjunction with New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Watch MLW, tweet me, fucking follow me on Instagram. We can talk some shit on another day, but I've enjoyed this. Good question.
was
Fuck
fun,
that
man.
girl that tried to put me on blast like I did something crazy. I'm not a fucking war criminal, for fuck's sake. It's wrestling. Like, it's fucking fake. It's wrestling. That's all. Chikara didn't deserve to die. Quack doesn't deserve to get blamed for all the bullshit just because he had a fucking wrestling school. Life goes on. There's money to be made. We will tell this story one day. So stop bringing up old shit, man. Let the new shit happen.
Amen.
We will block her from the podcast.
No, don't do that. It's not that. I gotta go back and find out who it was so I can message her.
23 followers.
Sounds like it's probably fucking the fake fat Elvis's fucking spam account or some shit.
Yeah,
Right.
my finger has
One of
more
those
than that.
Lord knows
Anyway.
Twitter has some crazy names, that's for sure.
Yeah, for
All right,
sure.
fellas.
Very
It's been
unusual
real.
Thank you for
Tag
being
me in
on with
that-
us today.
Tag me in all these promos so I can retweet this shit.
Oh yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you for joining us. Really.
Hey
thank
man, you got to come back, man. You got to come back, especially
Fucking call me. My DMs are open. I made it this far. I'll do
we
a
may do
goddamn
a
monthly
little
segment.
joint episode with you and Alex after carrying around some gold. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we'll do something, but all you have to do is send me a calendar invite. Like, I'll do a monthly segment. We need to come up to speed on what's fucking pissing
Holy
me off in
shit.
wrestling.
We can do it at the bar, man.
All right, I'm out of here. I'm done with him.
He jumped off. That's
That
fantastic.
was awesome.
Oh man, we want to thank Mr. Thomas. That was so sick. For those on the
Thank
video
you, Blaster
version, he
McMassive.
just
Yeah, that's
an
straight up
exit for
bounced
sure.
right after that.
Oh man, that was so much fun. He was
For those
awesome.
on the audio,
Funny guy.
or for those on the audio, yeah, on the video, he bounced right after Brad did.
So good.
He has had it with the Levin Hound talk. He is done.
That was awesome.
I'm
This
done with
is your
this guy.
Thomas
Click.
Sharp, aka Blaster McMassive.
Somebody
Awesome
should clip
guest.
that when this episode posts because that was fucking hilarious.
That was what a great guy, man. What a fun time that was. Just making fun of everybody.
That
Love every
was
bit of it.
awesome,
He's the
Thank-
ball buster like us. He fits right in.
dude.
He said, "Let's shoot, brother." It's-
Hey.
That was great.
And you should have heard the stuff he was saying off camera. Well, on camera, but off record. Because that was fucking
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. Everybody should take notes on how to make an exit.
you.
That was the best.
Oh man.
All right, what are we doing?
Well,
I think we should just end it because it don't get better than that.
that was fucking badass.
Yeah, that was good.
July 8th. I'm telling you, man. Alex Kane and him together. Check the archives. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Check the
You're missing out.
archives.
You didn't watch Alex.
It's like the new age APA or something, man. They're awesome.
They just sure like the new age outlaws. Not really, but you know what I'm saying.
So that couldn't have went no better.
If you didn't know. But yeah, man, those two dudes got the gift of gab, and I think they're definitely on the rise. Like, for sure. Especially July 8th.
Well, they
I'll be
aren't
there.
the
I will be
APA. They aren't the new age outlaws. They are the Bomaye Fight Club.
For
I
the
can't wait.
people.
Son and I are going. We're sitting. I don't know. There's only 5 rows. We're
Right.
around the building. We're going. We're gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna be Bomayeing it up
Bomaye is for the people.
for the people.
For
go,
the people.
Right, you're famous now. You'll be backstage.
Never know. Read my press pass.
That would be funny. Like, hey man, what are you doing back here? Oh no, I interviewed them on my podcast.
Brad Stanton, Kick Out Crew podcast. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
You excuse me, Kick Out Crew.
Question for Mr. Bauer.
Hey, Clint. Not even a Mr. Bowers, just like, or Court, my bad. Hey, see, he's calling the wrong name.
Clint.
He goes by Clint
Hey,
too. It's
Clint.
cool.
Clint's his
Get over
brother.
here.
That's his brother.
Clint and Court. They're the twins. Evil twins.
Oh
right.
man.
Oh, that's too much fun.
You know what else is too much fun? The hottest rising segment in podcast today. Wrestling, improv, and pretty much everyday life. You know it. I know it. It is Waka Waka Waka. So Adam, hope you were ready because I just straight up went to it. And we're going to send it to Adam with Waka Waka Waka. So Adam, what you got for us this week?
Oh, apparently, I'm looking at the wrong outline. So no, I was looking at the wrong one. I just totally missed it.
Adam boy.
But
you don't have jokes?
I happen to be ready right here. All right, so you know my girlfriend thinks that camouflage is super sexy. I just don't see it. I don't know what it is. I just don't see it. I don't know why.
I like that.
All right, so in about a week, gas prices are going to go down to be $1 a gallon for just a day. Ha! April Fools. That was a joke. It's not really going to be $1 a gallon.
Terrible.
April Fuels.
That was so bad.
Where did Stone Cold go? Oh,
That joke was so bad it ran Stone Cold out of here.
right?
You know, somebody ripped out
Dun.
so bad I can't even get the third one out.
That's what I tell him.
You know, so yeah, if I can make it to the third one. Anyway, so you know, somebody ripped out the 5th month out of my calendar. I'm completely dismayed. 5th month, May, dismayed.
I actually like that one. Sorry. But no, I dug it. All these other guys are assholes, Adam. I support you.
I was just switching my background. Sorry, buddy.
Fuck your background.
Yeah. It's no
So how
longer
does-
Funhouse. Brad, what a dick.
You know what? Let's do
Hope somebody rips out something out of your calendar. How about that?
something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, hope you're dismayed.
Oh, Adam, I did today.
I'm not finished, asshole.
You joke.
Nobody said anything
Wait.
about Mike's meat. Yeah.
Freaking great.
Go ahead.
So
I'll tell you when I'm done.
I don't even want to know now. You ruined it. How does music say goodbye? Adios.
Oh, I was thinking like it goes flat or,
Adios.
like
Our podcast says goodbye the same way.
No, it takes 20 minutes.
also fair.
All right,
Fair
Michael,
point.
what do you want?
So what I was gonna say is this
This
morning.
better be good. If it ain't, I'm ragging your
It
ass.
is. It's pretty good. I messaged William today while he's at school. I said, hey, call me on lunch. I got something important to tell you. So he went to lunch. He called me. I said, hey, why does Peter Pan fly? Because he never lands.
I did that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You did last week.
Last week.
I
Yeah.
I told him your joke. He's like, really? And hung up on me.
Does he even
Well,
know who Peter Pan is?
That killed.
Yes, he
I'm
did.
fucking glad. I'm glad you put that in, man. Thank you for getting your shit in on that one.
Yeah, that was important.
Is that like the Neverland Ranch? Is that what you're
Halt
talking
the
about?
presses.
Oh, man, that was worth the wait.
It was.
So I heard a comedian talking
Bowed
about
spilled my beer
Oh,
right
never mind.
there.
Never mind. I want to save that one for when we're not recording.
Perfect.
Yeah, Yeah.
I
Remind me
like
to
how
tell
you always
y'all one.
leave these teasers.
I
Oh,
heard
me
one
too.
on Pandora earlier. I don't know if I can say it online on air.
We don't get kicked out. You hear the shit we say?
It's bad.
All right, so thanks Adam for that
Yeah.
exciting segment. I love it, you love it, hell we all love it. And that was Waka 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 with Adam from Bama. So moving on, I guess we have a little special special thing with fucking Devyn and Mike. So Devyn and Mike, why don't y'all just take it?
I got
Hey,
lazy,
I
man.
do it.
Huh?
You know
What was
what
it?
works?
Or is it okay? So Devyn, take it away.
All right. So this
I thought
weekend,
it sounded like they were doing something
I
together.
know. I'm
since-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Somebody did an and instead of a comma, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A comma is a separation, Brad, and brings two together.
Go ahead, Devin.
this weekend is the NWA Crockett Cup. So I just honestly wanted to know, do you guys have predictions? Who do you
The country
think's gonna win it?
Country gentlemen,
course.
dickhead. What are you talking about? This is Kick Out Crew.
Freaking AJ, baby. AJ all the way.
Both of them were on our show.
They're going to get beat.
They were not.
I was going to say Tyrese and his partner.
Who? Tyrese. He's an actor.
Right?
Well, whatever, whoever it is.
He's on the Fast and the
Tyrese.
Furious.
Tyrus and
Tyrus.
fucking Adonis. Is that his partner?
I don't know.
Tyrese.
Fuck yeah, Mike.
I'm just y'all said one name. I'm saying
We
another.
go for Tyrese.
The
Yeah,
guy
who's
from
the
Fast and the
favorite?
Furious. Him.
Who's
exactly.
the favorite, Devin?
So there's a
Belly,
few favorites.
good movie.
We
Maybe
have,
Tyrese and The Rock. I mean, they're
Baby
Fast and
Boy.
Furious. There
Can't
you
forget
go.
about Baby Boy.
That maybe that was what I was thinking. Oh, I said Belly. Yeah, I was thinking about Baby Boy. My bad. My
So
bad, boy.
Taraji
Can't wait to be
Henson.
corrected on
Roll
that one.
Tide.
seed number 1 is the NWA Tag Team Champions, BC 666 and Mecha Wolf, La Rebellion.
Who was that?
They've been the NWA Tag Champs, I believe, for the twice in the past 2 years. They were the team that faced the Briscoe brothers in the semifinals last year. And they're just an all-around fantastic team. They are seeded number 1. Seeded number 2 is Tyrus.
We're not doing this, bro. We are
There's
Why
not.
are the champion? Why are
I'm
the
not running
champions
through
in the
them all.
Fucking
Crockett Cup?
seeds, man. We're
I'm
not
just
doing
saying
this.
a few of the big ones.
But why are the champions in the Crockett Cup? I thought makes no sense.
They were last year as well. I'm not sure.
That's-
It's just NWA puts them in.
Or I think you know what? I mean, if I was them, I would say
Oh, jeez. And I know the number
True.
7
Throw it
seed
out.
are the country gentlemen, correct, Devin?
correct. That is the United States NWA Tag Team Champions, the Country Gentlemen.
Awesome.
Seed number 6, returning to the NWA Crockett Cup, is Kerry Morton, along with his father, Ricky Morton.
Awesome.
And those are kind of the big teams that are,
So I have a
seeded
little
so
something to
far.
say about this, Devin. It seems like this year they're not really bringing in a lot of outside wrestling. Is that fair to say?
That's very, very fair to say.
So all of these teams are in NWA. How many fucking tag teams do they have?
All
There's a lot
except-
of makeshifts. A lot of makeshifts this time.
Oh,
So it's not
there-
exactly the way it was last year.
There's about 10
Gotcha.
real teams, and then about 4 makeshift teams, and then 3 brought in.
Right.
Which
what are they all?
Get out of here.
We're not going to run through all 18 teams, but
Well, you know, last
there
year
was a
we
couple
had,
of the big ones that I just
you
called
had
off.
last year. You had the Briscoes, of course. That's not a possibility. But then you did have Dak, and the top
Dak
guys.
Prescott.
Yeah, Dax, and Harwood.
Cassidy.
I mean, I'm just saying you had other teams last time.
I would love for them to have been in this year, but
but
it
Aussie
does seem
Open.
like it's going to be an
Aussie-
NWA.
another
heavy.
great team there, Adam. Aussie Open. They never win, but they look great.
Recently signed to AEW full time.
They just won didn't they just win the Japanese ones? I'm telling you, those guys are good. Anyway,
WG. Yeah.
we can do this all night. Sorry,
Shout out
Mitch.
Willow. Shout out Monet.
Shout
breaking
out
her
Willow.
foot.
Shout out Willow.
It's about
Yeah,
time
hey,
Willow got a bill.
What do they call her? Botcha Banks. I guess made another appearance.
Just the fact that Willow Nightingale beat her is saying something about
Well,
Willow.
had to. She broke her fucking ankle.
Still, Big
She
opportunity.
finished the match. She finished
Big
the
opportunity.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking shit.
I'm really
Oh.
excited for her. I really like her. I'll never forget her waiting in line at the ECW arena for snacks behind other people in line, fans. That's just someone you root for. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine trying to finish a match on a broken ankle?
Hey, she
No.
did just battle Ashley Dambaugh on Ring of Honor too. Shout out.
Another big fan of.
Even though Ashley Dambaugh is dating Trey Miguel, so I'm kind of a little salty. But hey, you know,
That rascal.
hey, well, they'll break up. I mean,
Boo!
they'll break up, and I'll be there when they do.
How about Lady Frost on Dynamite?
Oh man,
Right?
another one I'm a big fan of.
Former NWA wrestler.
Nailed it.
And the Savage Gentleman has a real problem with Anthony Pyers, her husband.
Oh,
Well, me and Anthony has to go take care of that fella. It sounds like.
Ooh.
Good luck. Good luck. Bring your tank with you. All right,
My
next.
tank top, maybe. That's all I need.
Hey-o. So Devin, is that
Yeah,
It
it
is?
was
Crockett
it's
Cup?
about the NWA Crockett Cup, and anytime that we can stem off into talking about all types of wrestling, I love it. So that was a fun topic.
and we didn't even mention Jared Fritz. Shout out NWA Ref Fit.
I got to follow back on Twitter. Mocha Traps himself. Such a great
Yeah,
guy.
Congratulations.
Son of a bitch.
my phone died.
Oh, thank God. Probably Erica blowing it up all the time. Oh my God.
Go fix
Did
me
you
some
see
cookies.
this? Oh
I'm
my God,
hungry,
there was a
Devin.
bug that went across the street. Oh my God. Look, see, Devin's
Devin, I need some more ketchup with these chicken fingers.
All right, Mike, I believe it's your
Look at
topic,
this
brother.
fly flying around.
My cup is empty. I need more drink.
Oh, you know he's a bitch. You know he is. You know Devin's a bitch, man. He's yeah, what, baby? Huh? Okay, you're right. You're right.
I bet he says yes,
sorry,
ma'am.
Brad. This is exciting discussion.
Like, God,
I
Liked you better when you were sick.
$5. He says yes, ma'am.
I've never called Erica ma'am.
All right, moving on. I guess Mike, we're up to Mike's topic. Oh, I even skipped him, I guess. Man, what an asshole.
no, see, no, man, I had a very good week.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. You want to hear a good joke? Your face.
Yeah, let's do it.
Your face is the joke.
No, I had a good week. Something really amazing happened. Kind of shocked me, and kind of put me in a good mood and everything else. But
Did you say it
yeah,
softened
man,
you?
that was it, man. Yeah, cool. Huh?
Did you say it softened you?
I said
What
it
does that
softened
mean?
me.
It softened you.
I said excited me.
Oh, it sounded like you said it
what
softened
the
you.
fuck?
But yeah, man. That was it, though, man. Good week.
Hey, that's cool, bro.
Hell yeah, so shout out. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he never
Okay.
lands.
He never lands.
And that is the spirit of June. Oh,
Yeah.
oh
pop
man, hey,
ourselves.
for those listening and watching, sorry, that's kind of an inside joke.
Oh,
Oh
man,
man,
that was funny
we
shit.
are jumping the shark completely after Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas is would
Let's bring it-
appreciate everybody
let's
for
bring it back
listening this long.
He stirred all this up to get
We're
us
all,
back.
we're all Twitter friends with him all of a sudden. Let's get him back.
For real.
Yeah. He
You
said
can
whenever we
follow
need
me
him. Come on.
at-
He said a monthly segment. That'd be awesome as shit, man.
Dude, okay,
Bonus
so like him and
episode.
Stunt have both said like, bring me on, bring me on. Like, could you imagine just like alternating
Yeah.
like him and Stunt like twice a month?
Oh, dude.
I think they're in.
Imagine at the same time. Ugh,
We'd have to
be
start recording at
hilarious.
like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, Cherno, could you imagine that?
Well, sure enough, I was the best of week to be sick.
Yeah.
Hey,
I didn't have
man,
to talk.
for real. Shout out to the guests that talk a lot. Well, not that
Yeah.
it's bad, but
Oh,
boy,
no,
it
'cause I
stops
can
us
listen to
from having
Josh all
do
day,
this,
man.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Right?
It's full of information.
Oh, God, yeah. I
I
love
can't
listening
wait
to
for
Josh.
I can't wait for more of us on like future episodes. You know, this is gonna be just fantastic
Hmm.
because we just bring the heat. Speaking of heat, it's summer in June, and that Spirit of June.
Pretty great.
No, I'm kidding. I did
I
have
know
some.
somebody named June.
So, Mike, that was it, huh?
And that's it. Yeah, man. That's what's
Is
it.
he never
Yeah,
learns.
something good happened. See you next week. Hey, we can let that marinate for a little bit. Yeah. So,
Hey-o.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, boy. So, shout out to June, huh? Spirit of June, summer. Everybody's getting crazy, except all of y'all because you have kids or spouses or stuff. But shout out to summer opening up and, bringing just all kinds of opportunity, and opportunities out there. If you just, search for it, it's there for the taking. Whatever. So, yeah. I just, yeah. And what
The
better
hell's going
opportunity?
on?
What better opportunity to take than our second match, which is a doozy. And what match is that, you ask? Well, it is Diesel versus Jeff Jarrett. Yes, that's right. Diesel versus Jeff Jarrett. It is a WWF World Heavyweight title match from an old WWF Monday Night Raw. It took place February 20th, 1995. From the Macon Coliseum in, you guessed it, Macon, Georgia. It had an attendance of 2,751. It had a match length of a little over 8 minutes. And hey, guess what? Found the Meltzer rating for this one. It was 3 stars. 3 stars. Diesel and Jeff. Boy, how times changed from then to a little bit later to all the way to now. But hey, that's enough of me rambling. Where the fuck? Mike, how did we get there?
Well, I did some digging around on this and was trying to find out some backstory. I kind of read some stuff from Uncle Dave, how like this stuff kind of went back down. Didn't work for me. So I made a phone call to somebody that was in the ring at the time. And here's what he told me.
Earl
He said,
Hebner?
there's a true story behind this. Because as we know, a little bit before this, Big Daddy Diesel, Shawn Michaels split up, right? Well, a couple weeks ago, before this match happened, Diesel was like, man, I want to have a good time. So he was looking for some good weed and a nice escort, right? Well, him and Shawn
like a Ford
were talking.
escort or what?
Yeah, an escort. He said he wanted a good escort.
Like a Ford
Best
escort.
episode we've ever done.
Yeah, but since him and Shawn weren't talking, Shawn, had Sonny. Sonny was kind of the hookup in more ways than one.
Allegedly.
Did she drive a Ford? Did she drive a Ford escort?
Yeah.
Sunny days.
So he couldn't go to him. So what he did is he went to Jeff Jarrett and Road Dogg and said, hey, man, here's 10 grand. This is what I want. Right? To get me something good. Well, they decided, according to somebody, a little source, instead of going and getting some good fire weed and a nice escort, they went and got him some little shaky shank and a little prostitute thingy over here for $100, and they pocket rest the money.
Kick out the seeds.
Big Daddy Diesel found out about it. He got pissed off, and here we are.
Oh, that was freaking great. I love you, man. I love you.
Can't wait for Brian Harenza to fact check that.
I feel like we need the subtitles going across the screen when Mike talks.
So Double J entrance, is it corny, Devyn?
It's quite corny. I would say that. Throwing up the double fingers and got the roadie with him and whatever the hell that attire is. I don't know.
Why is he a country star, but his roadie has like braids and dreads shit?
I don't know.
Like, that's one thing when I was watching it.
He's the wee man.
So Adam, I wanted to know, because he brought up the gear. Is that gear supposed to be heat or is it just silly?
Both.
It's horrible. It's nowhere near heat. It looks like a little video game, or not even a video game. It's like a board game you play, like Mousetrap or some shit, where his head gets stuck when he's trying to jump out of it or something. I don't know what. I don't know what the hell he was
Fuck
thinking.
yeah.
It's funny,
And that
though.
reference is gonna hit Electric Boogaloo style.
So then we have Diesel's entrance, because he's just cool as shit, no doubt about it. But James, who are the announcers?
Well, glad you asked, Brad. Did you notice that both guys were wearing pants in this match? Like one
Nice.
dude,
Well, I hope so.
one bodysuit. Well, no, but like one bodysuit, like pants, you know. One of them was in a Venetian blinds. I get it, but you know,
Perfect.
pants.
But who
But
are
the announcers were Vince McMahon and Jim Cornette. And did you notice that when Diesel walks in and he gets the pyro, wasn't there another guy that got pyro a couple you know, like a little bit later with double J's and stuff? Crazy. But when Diesel's pyro is going off, you hear Vince just like, oh man, oh look
my
at that.
God.
Oh! You know, like Vince is just like what a maneuver into like the
He's
extreme.
selling it.
Oh yeah, way overselling it. Oh God, look at that! Oh,
So, Mike, before the My World podcast with Jeff Jarrett, did you like Jeff Jarrett at all, or did you like him because of the show?
I like him because of the show. In the ring, I hated him.
Did you
I
know
think
why
it's a
you hated him?
universal thing.
No, because I didn't watch the match. I fast forwarded him. No, no,
Perfect.
for real. No, he was just that cocky guy. Just didn't like him.
I didn't know, I guess at the time, what his job was to make me hate him. I didn't get it, I guess, but now I do. And I needed it explained to me, but I did boo him, and I did root for the other guy. So it was the right thing to do.
He made you hate him. He still does it now.
He's a true heel. You know,
In
he's not cool.
retrospect, it's crazy to think like because we were all like, change the channel Jeff Jarrett's on, like legit was. But in retrospect, it's like, damn, should have watched, you know, because probably would have a better like respect for him. Because in all honesty, when he was at WWF, like, oh, let's see what Nitro's doing. Then when he finally got the, you know, like the Russo Nitro era, oh, let's see what Stone Cold's doing, like flip back. So he kind of literally was the channel changer. But looking back, it's like, man, it just didn't like when you're too good that it's bad. Like that's kind of what Jeff Jarrett was back in this day.
I think that's what it is with him. He was too good for it.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, true heel, but yet you can go meet him in the restaurant and he'll come up and talk to you like it's nothing.
And he'll
So
even
Diesel-
remember you a year later.
Yeah.
On spot.
Diesel aggressive early, clothesline Double J out of the ring, the roadie on the outside, and then you had the Double J strut. Always good to watch. Vince McMahon has said probably Big Daddy Cool, Devyn, 4 or 5 times. You think he likes that name?
That's not the double J strut, by the way, but go ahead.
Jackie
There it
Fargo.
is.
Thank you. Thank
There it
you.
is.
I knew the answer, but it is Double J doing it.
I love you for that.
Go ahead, Devyn. What do you think? You like the name Big Daddy Cool? Did Vince like it?
Oh, Vince absolutely loved it. He
Big
couldn't stop
Daddy
saying it.
Cold Diesel.
Did I like it? I mean, it's a cool nickname. You don't really hear people with nickname that's like 4 names. So, you know.
All right. Double J shoulder first to Diesel into the corner. Diesel throws Double J. Double J over the rope on the top of the roadie. Adam, is it a strange strategy to have the baby face as a giant and the heel as a smaller guy, like around 6 foot, 6'1"? Is that a tough thing to root for?
It's different because you always think the bigger bodyguard guy is the bad guy. And it helped that the roadie was out there with Double J because it made him kind of, well, he's the guy outside trying to help. And right before he landed on the roadie jumped on the apron and he got thrown into the pole and landed and then got up just in time for Double J to jump on top of him. So
Yeah.
that whole spot right there was just a good spot to me.
If you didn't know.
Cornette doing a lot of talking, James. Is he talking too much? Just enough? What did you think?
I think he's like with the dead air type of thing, you know, that we're all kind of self-conscious of. I think he
Yeah.
was just trying to fill the air. And do you kind of think that he's trying to like he hears Vince McMahon being a jackass like on commentary. So do you think he's talking to overcompensate like, hey, if I'm talking, you know, oh my God, the Big Daddy Cold Diesel, like it's less of that if Cornette just keeps rambling.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I think Cornette was trying to prove that he just knows more about it than Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Another way
What
of
a
looking at it.
maneuver!
Definitely
Which
a
he
couple ways
did.
of looking at it.
He does.
It's
Oh, he
like this
does.
guy owns a company, but I know 10 times more than him. What the
I
hell
know
is
the
going
jokes
on?
about Vince on commentary are like funny and all that stuff, but watching this match back, I was like, this is bad. Like he's just like too much. Like,
But I
too
did
much.
think Cornette was a little much too. I just thought it was
Yeah,
a little
but
much.
because trying to counteract the hey, if I talk a shitload, this dude won't. Like,
What a maneuver.
yeah. Oh God! Oh man! Oh wow! Oh wow! Did you see that? Wow!
It's almost like they're trying to go one higher octave than the other. Like
You
they're
ever
trying to have a
listen to
battle.
Ryan Katz on Road Dogs podcast?
Yeah.
That's Vince McMahon commentating. Wow! Wow! Wow!
So you had Rhodey pulling Jarrett on one side, Diesel on the other, and they were like tug of warring him. I'm not sure what that was supposed to accomplish, but I still laughed at it.
It was showing
Are you
Diesel.
talking about when they pulled him over the rope and like?
Yeah, they were
it
pulling
was-
back and
Yeah,
forth.
and then the ref allows that to happen, and then kicks the roadie. Like when they're, I don't know, man.
It was a comedy spot because it's supposed to
Yeah,
show
like-
the
It was.
roadie.
Allowed it to
comedy.
happen. Allowed it to
Yeah.
happen. Allowed it to happen. Whoa, hold on, gotta kick you.
It's supposed to be the roadie showing that the roadie's messing up because he's actually hurting Double J rather than trying to help him. And then it showed Diesel's power by pulling them both over.
Yeah,
And then him face planting after he got kicked was actually pretty damn funny.
yeah.
Jarrett knocks Diesel out of the ring. Rhodey involved as well on the outside. Jarrett hammering away, clothesline off the top by Jarrett, cover out at 2, drop kick by Jarrett. Bulldog to Diesel out at 2. Well, go ahead.
Hey, Vince. So that bulldog looked like shit. We all saw it. He kind of like barely catches his head, and then Kevin Nash pretty much just like swan dive face plants to kind of sell it.
And he follows behind him. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he pretty much like nose dives and not like goes.
Oh, I
over
gotta
flat.
follow him. Oh shit.
And Vince goes, very effective bulldog. As he's like overselling the shit out of everything.
Before that bulldog, we saw one of the most beautiful drop kicks of all time. Though.
Yeah, Jeff
That was a
Jarrett, Double
7-foot
J
drop
was laying
kick.
him in.
Yeah.
And then he did what else did he do?
And he can
drop
still do him
kicked him, pinned
today.
him,
Yeah.
and he did some other move, pinned him. Some type of the swinging the arm whip over thing,
Very good.
whatever you call that.
So, Mike, the Intercontinental Champion used to be thought of as the next guy to the main championship. Some examples of this are Warrior, Brett, and Shawn. They obviously got away from
Randy
that.
Savage. Don't leave out Randy Savage, you dirty
another good one.
bitch.
But do you think that's a good model? Do you think they should get back to that? Do you think Gunther could be that?
Yeah, I do. Why not? It is like a secondary title, and it is the next one just underneath the world title. So but then now we have like the U.S. title and everything else on top of it. Which, what does that make that one?
Well, that could be.
Well, but those are
the other
split on
champion.
2 different brands, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they're not
But
split,
if you book it right, though, like let's say this Intercontinental Champion, like they'll lose the belt or whatever. But then if you book it as if they are like primed to take that next step, I think it is a good stepping stone. But if it's just its own little title and hey, that person loses, so we bury them, I don't know.
but
Well, I
do
think
you
Gunther's
do
gonna
it
be the
like?
guy.
But what do you guys think? Like, do you do it where like we have Gunther or Gunther or whatever his name
No,
is
you're right. Close enough.
as the IC title? So when he loses it, does he go to the world title, or does he keep it, go to the world title, and do kind of like what Shitberg did, and get the world title, and then throw the damn U.S. title away?
Gunther will lose, but if they
But if he
say
loses,
him
does
as
not,
like,
does
hey,
not
he
ma-
used to be Intercontinental Champion, like he's credible for the world title. That's what I'm saying. Like if you present it like he was just Intercontinental Champion, he's like one of the best.
But
like
if
a
you lose it,
launchpad thing.
that means somebody's better than you.
They can do it in a way where he loses in a
Every
ladder
Intercontinental
match or a triple
champion,
threat, so
Yeah,
he's
it'll
not
be like
actually
a 4-way or
Every
something,
champion's
yeah.
lost the match before they won the big one.
I
You
know.
what
I'm just saying.
U.S. title is a good
Think about it.
example with Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley. Bobby Lashley lost the U.S. title and then won the big one.
Roman lost to
Exactly.
Baron Corbin, and now he's had the belt for 1,000 days.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Right.
yeah. But yeah, they do still do it. I was just curious what you guys thought. And hey, it hit. There you
Yeah.
go. All right, so crossbody to Diesel. but kick out by Diesel. Sidewalk slam to Jarrett. Big strikes, big boot. Roadies on the outside. Jackknife to Jarrett. Power bomb for the pin. Was a quick ending. I try to talk it up more, James, than I used to, but sometimes there just is a quick pin.
Yeah. I mean, this one wasn't all like crazy.
It wasn't a moment in time. Okay?
Yeah, the crowd ones are,
Yeah.
Well, they referenced him beating Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental title. They've mentioned that 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah, sweet ass shirt, Brad.
Exactly. So the roadie's on the roadie is in the ring now. He takes the boot. Roadie takes the jackknife power bomb.
He took a big boot too. I mean, he took it hard.
Jarrett's upset as always, freaking throwing his hands in the air, talking
terrible
shit. Not saying a damn thing, really, just talking shit. I mean, I would say Jarrett is a textbook heel, like chicken shit type heel with the heater there with him, trying to help him out. Man,
Did you see the post match where Sean and Sid come out?
No.
What?
I didn't.
Yeah, they come out right after.
Yeah, I did. It was a few days ago. I'm sorry, I was still under COVID.
Sean and Sid, came out and like Diesel didn't. Oh, he doesn't see him. He doesn't see him. Even though the whole crowd's probably like, "Hey, Sean! Hey, there's Sean!"
Right.
And he was like, showed his, doing the because he's
I guess February. I guess February is not softball season.
Yeah, right. So, guys, I wanted to do this match just because it was like he used to be a bodyguard, and Mr. Thomas flat out said he's like a bodyguard.
A heater.
He actually said it himself, a heater.
I didn't want to use the term heater because I didn't know how he'd react to it, but the heaters.
He's all about what he is. He knows what his role is, for sure. So anyway,
he knows what everybody else's role is too. Sounds like that's for sure.
He wants you to know it.
Yeah.
Now back to you, James.
These guys suck. He held no punches. He legit said everything, or nothing's off limits. Real shit. Real shit.
That's it for me. Good job, James.
Nice one,
Thanks,
James.
Brad.
I don't know why I said that. This is a fun one. Man, I missed you guys.
Oh, hey,
I got a question for the crew. I had a question for the crew.
Perfect.
So when I first
it's
watched,
not on the outline. Sorry. Next.
when I watched this Jeff Jarrett versus Diesel match, this was the first time I've ever watched it. This era is I'm kind of unfamiliar with it. I started watching Raw in like 96 when the network came out. I started in 96 and started all the way up. So I really didn't watch 95 at all.
Like 4 months old?
Before I was born. But this match had real Edge versus Undertaker vibes to me. Do you guys see that a little bit? Like, just the whole time I was watching it, I felt like 2008, 9 Edge versus Undertaker.
No, because I think that was a better match.
I would have to. I mean, it sounds like you did some real thinking.
I don't think he's comparing talents, but I'm just saying like the
How
match.
good is that shit you smoke anyway?
I
wasn't watching this at that era, so, and I was watching Nitro in this era.
What about that made you think that?
Just the way that Edge was a worker in like 2007, 8 felt like the Jeff Jarrett shitty heel where he had like Chavo Guerrero and Vicky around him the whole time and the Edge heads. He had
his best friend's girl when he was injured, that type of stuff.
I mean, I do think wrestling repeats itself a lot.
That too now.
I see what you're saying now. I mean, I barely remember 08 now. I remember 95 more than 08, but
just that era, like Kane
you had the
turned
big
on
man,
the
like
Undertaker.
Taker
was alone now, so I don't know. It felt similar. Sorry, back to the show.
How about the Raw logo was blue?
Yeah,
for SmackDown.
That was
and
weird.
they went, like stylized because the WWF logo was a little sideways.
Oh,
whoa. Getting a little crazy over here.
Man, things are out.
Must have been drinking that morning.
What if we put it at a 72-degree angle?
Right? Because we're
72 is too far. 71 is more accurate.
We're
pre-attitude. This is pre-attitude. Getting there.
Oh yeah.
This is right before the young generation.
I watched it on Daily Motion because I knew that they'd have the original and not the network. So shout out Daily Motion.
Was this during the next generation or was it right before that?
It was right before
it was 95.
Attitude Era. Yeah,
February 20th, 1995.
Definitely new generation. Still not the Attitude Era yet.
Yeah.
About a year away.
Yeah, Terry's on the other channel going against like Chamber of Horrors or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
that
it wasn't
shit
quite
is.
there yet either. Yeah.
In the electric chair or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
No NWO yet. No.
We got the mommy over there messing around
July
with Hulk Hogan.
96.
Fuck yes.
I mean, a year later, the NWO is created, though. Honestly, that's crazy to think.
Yeah, it's real quick after this.
Yeah, like 14 months, give or take.
Because Diesel's on top of the world. He's champion going against Shawn Michaels.
As they say, the worst champion ever, but that's bullshit.
I
think Sid
got a
was,
shot
that's my
Michael
opinion.
stick on that one, but
I still like freaking.
I'll
I
save
love
that
Diesel.
one.
I love Shawn. I love Kevin.
I think
Nash.
Sid was the worst.
Well, no,
I
hey,
just
I
talking
mean,
about
they always
viewership
bring
at the
up
time.
Kevin Nash and monetary that he was the
Viewership,
worst champion.
Which he talks about all the
Got to
time.
throw Sean in there too. Just saying.
I mean,
That was
Bret
just a
Hart.
garbage
for that
time for
matter.
wrestling.
Bret
Yeah,
Hart's there,
Brett,
too.
yeah.
That's the
And
new
Hulk.
gen. The new
I'm
gen
just gonna
group.
say Jinder Mahal was champ.
Jinder
so-
Mahal is awesome. Do not hinder Jinder.
Can we put him in the waiting room for a little bit?
Such a progressive podcast.
Love Jinder.
He was big time over in India.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have an
billion
India
people.
pay-per-view coming up.
Six-
Have you seen
When's
the
the last time you got
version
2
of,
billion
you
people
know,
behind you,
You
Devyn?
know what Jinder is?
Jinder
He's the,
versus Roman and shit?
he's the
like
Jeff
that for, like,
Jarrett of
India?
now. We're
Huh?
turning him off, and he's like a Jeff Jarrett with being a miserable heel that we all hate.
Look at that. It all comes around, Brad. Look at that. You just because that's true. Because when he was champion, I was like, man, fuck this. You know, fuck
That's
it.
single
India
J.
guy
What is
from
this dude
Canada.
doing, champion? Fuck this guy. And
Who
then
is this
AJ
India
beat
guy
him
from Canada? Who needs it?
internationally, so we heard about it on the internet before we got to watch it.
Where's the Bollywood boys? That's where have they been?
They've been
Ring
around.
of Honor.
Okay.
Shout out.
I got
Yeah.
to watch them at the AEW show I went to.
Yeah, we didn't
All right.
ask you. We don't care.
All right,
You,
James.
you
what are we
did.
doing?
You asked where the Bollywood boys are.
Well, guess what's next on the outline? Oh, that's right. It's Adam's topic. So,
what
Adam,
the hell?
yeah.
What type of
God
shit is
forbid
that?
anybody read it.
Now you know how it feels. There's sometimes where I
Oh,
have to go
you
back
know,
to
me
back.
and,
It's fucking cool stuff.
Frank Bruner are gonna move next week. I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
him.
not
Ride
gonna
with
be
him
here
to
next
Seattle.
week. Moving Frank.
So next week I'm going to be moving with Frank, and we're leaving out June 1st for Seattle. We're stopping in Oklahoma City first night, Salt Lake City second night.
Gross.
We're staying with
Oklahoma
Michael
City.
Amend first night,
Nice.
Shout out Michael.
and then second night we'll be in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is another place I've never been. So
I heard it's a big party town.
Right?
Wayne's World. Oh, sorry, wrong TV show.
Hey, y'all should do a live video of some bar because I hear they rage in fucking Utah.
If I find some hoe churning butter, I'm moving there.
You may
All right.
find one in that whole state. You know.
She can churn my butter all day, buddy.
Dum 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 dum. That's a South Park reference.
Shit, as of today, my daughter finally has a vehicle.
Hey.
She got a 2011 Ford Fusion.
Transmission couldn't be fixed.
I don't know. I want to tell y'all what I did, but I don't want y'all to think bad of me.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, it's only on camera. Remember that.
Yeah, no one's listening.
Yeah, she don't listen.
Yeah.
Wait, I got a
Literally
question.
no one listens to us, so I think it'll
Before
be
you
good.
get there, I got a question about the Frank move. Didn't he just move like 3 months ago? Like, didn't we just
It
do
was
this?
well over a year
Here we
ago.
go.
It was almost a
You
year
don't
ago.
remember
yeah.
Adam chiming in like noble?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, Adam from the U-Haul.
Yeah.
That was
That's going to
good
be
shit.
Adam from the Charger.
Still better internet than I'll just leave it that way.
There you go.
that's
There you
right.
go.
Leave that where it's at.
But no, he got a job offer in Seattle at like a not a hotel chain, but it's like a
Are we putting this
A
shit on
manage-
blast
like a-
on the show?
no. I mean, it's something he'll talk about. He got a manager. It's like a managerial group or something. Just
Well,
good opportunity for
congratulations.
him.
So
Yeah,
he's an
Frank.
executive. Is that another executive that we've had on this show before?
He's let's just say he's gonna be all right.
No, I'm happy for
And
him.
then-
I don't think he was really crazy about New Orleans, was he?
No, God, no. He hates it. He hates New Orleans.
I got that impression. He never came out and said it on here, but I got that impression.
Yeah,
Because the way he looks
you
at
know,
it, it's
the
a
vibe of New
tourist
Orleans,
town.
like
It's a tourist town, and they can't even fix the speed bumps and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a nice place all the time.
And it stinks.
It's cool to visit. I've always said, granted, well, hey, New Orleans is a lovely city.
No,
And
they
it's
shouldn't
really
be
cool
hit
to
by
visit.
naked drunk guys throwing canes at you.
It's cool to visit, and shout out to the people that live there. But I would assume,
More power to y'all if y'all live there.
yeah.
But he got a better opportunity to go to Seattle, and they told him after about a year and a half, that if everything's going well, he could actually move back home to Rhode Island and do it remotely.
Ah, see, that's the long gun. That's the long game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it rains 9 months of the year in Seattle.
They have
You're only gonna do it for
slugs,
about a
like they have
year.
humongous
Something to tell
slugs
you.
and stuff.
I'm glad I ain't
I
gonna
don't
be there
think
for
I
3
can live there.
days.
Yeah, it rains all the time. They have humongous slugs. They have an NBA. Oh, that's right. Oklahoma stole them. Yeah.
Doesn't Brian Danielson live there too?
From
So, I mean,
Aberdeen, Washington.
Oh.
How about that quick
Look
answer?
at you, Brad. Damn.
Yeah, I can't remember.
My bad.
the tag
Sorry.
team's name to save my life. That's on every week, but I can remember that.
So he's excited about that, and like I said, they'll let him go back home about every other month or so to see his family. So
That's what's up.
it's just a better company he feels like
Yeah.
he's going to get to work for, and
Nice.
of
That's
course
gonna be
the
a
remotely
shitty
thing.
flight all the way back home.
Well, congratulations, Frank.
Yeah,
Well,
for
driving
real.
to Seattle
Frank's a
and
great
flying
dude.
back.
One of the homies. Shout out Frank.
Yeah, shout out Frank.
Super
Congratulations.
excited, man. I know he's excited.
And we'll see you in less than a month, pal. We're gonna see you in Alabama.
Mm.
Yep, we'll be
Are
at
we?
Top Guy weekend.
He's gonna be there. I thought you told me.
He's
That
taking
son
him.
of a bitch.
He said he's
Hell
still
yeah.
planning on it. so
No, for real. I was under the impression he wasn't going. So fuck yeah.
he's still
Well,
planning on
now-
going.
I'm excited. Shout out Frank.
Shout out Frank.
The kiddo finally she got her car. So God Almighty, that's been such a stress.
Free at last.
No, we've been
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
man.
share my truck that don't run half-assed half the time. So she's just
Hey. are
see
you
that glow
driving
back
to
in her
Huntsville?
face, being happy. I mean, it's worth it.
Yes, it is. I'm there, buddy.
Well,
Are
when
you
I thought
driving
I
to Huntsville?
fixed, well, when I thought I fixed the Trailblazer, and I told her I was like, "Well, I think we got it done." And her excitement, within 24 hours later, it didn't fix it. So
Yeah.
she went from here back down here, but a little bit further down. And you talking about a kick in the gut for a dad?
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago, actually.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that was on air. I remember.
I was, I've been through it, Adam. My daughter had an old junker car at first that I had, and it's not. It's not
that's the
worth
crazy
stress.
thing. I drove it a year and a half, didn't have a second's problem out of it.
But
Never.
the thing is, when they start getting
Never.
older and stuff, so you know how it is. I mean,
And she feels like, well, since she drove it, it happened to her. She felt like she was at fault.
yeah. Well,
So,
But
that was-
now-
and now she got a nicer car.
See? Yeah, because I do remember that was a couple weeks ago. And now, hey, the update. Beep, 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 beep. However they do that shit.
It got rough there for a while, man. You got a several. I mean, it was bad the past month and a half. The Trailblazer went out. That truck I bought, it was kind of not doing what I wanted it to do. And then my uncle let me borrow his truck. And somehow or another, when I was driving his truck, my daughter borrowed my stepdad's truck, like a 2018 Silverado. I looked down for a second to open my Dr. Pepper can, and I took my uncle's truck back into my stepdad's truck.
Yeah.
So I did all that.
full
And then when
circle.
my daughter was driving my mom's car, somehow or another, the windshield has a crack in it now. So like last month or two, it's just been rough. So to her to get that car is just like it's like a morale boost. It really is.
Yeah. Fuck
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Beth has done the same thing in like less than a month with a bunch of different cars that you and your daughter did in like 3 months. So
No, I don't make me feel no better. Sorry.
she's always wrecking something, putting a scratch on it, putting a dent on it, doing something. So
When's the last time you put a dent in something?
Hey-o.
Boom.
Waka,
been-
waka, waka.
But no, it's the past couple of days have been good. So,
there
Good
you
to
go.
hear, buddy. Good to hear.
and then going to Seattle,
Yes. Yes.
5 days off of work.
Hey, there you go. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. 5
exactly.
days off of work. Shit fire. I know I can't wait for Top Gun weekend. Yeah. Days off work, always a blessing.
Yeah, because we got Memorial Day weekend coming up, and then I work for 2 days, and I'm off for another 5.
There you go.
Sounds
Got the house,
like
got the house to myself again.
uh-oh.
Anybody that moved in, they're gone. So
Well, that was fast.
Brad.
Yeah.
what she
That
said.
sounds like one man's thoughts, Brad.
That's what she-
So I don't have a whole lot this week. I don't have a whole lot
She's
this week.
gone.
I just wanted to thank everybody for putting up with me last week.
Mike is
ended up-
dead right now.
I ended
Because he
up,
never lands.
but I ended up while I was
We
sick
are
on
the
show.
best show on the planet. We really are. Sorry, Brad.
That's
Go
all right.
ahead.
I ended up having COVID. It was I mean, I know COVID's gone now, right? We don't have it anymore, but that's what was
Apparently
wrong with me
not.
last week. So I just want to thank everybody for putting up with me. I listened back. I sounded like shit. But in the meantime,
For those who watched, he also looked like shit, but glad
Oh,
you have some color.
I didn't see no difference.
so I'm gonna go ahead and take off my
So
background
mean.
for a minute and go ahead. You're in my room now. A lot of laundry. But I want to show you something that came in the mail.
I'll recognize those closet doors.
Who would have
Heyo.
thought? Who would have thought that one day
Oh,
Brad Stanton would own a title belt?
old belt guy.
It
That's
is
the-
the
if you're
Wing
gonna
Eagle.
own one, that's the one to own, brother.
Talked
Yeah.
about it a couple weeks ago. Now look at it. Pristine.
I have
Shining and gleaming.
absolutely nowhere to put it. I don't know if you want to bring Mr. Thomas back on, he'll tell you there's no room in a Levittown house. We don't have
Put it around your
basements.
waist where it belongs.
Hey,
Well,
Have you
So
broken
I'm
in
really
yet?
happy to have
you,
it.
Have you and your
Oh,
wife
boy,
broken
Adam.
in yet?
We talked about it, but the COVID.
Talked
They're
about
in the
it.
contract signing stage.
Yeah.
There'll be a
Talked about it.
contract signing next
She's
week.
probably not used to having that much equipment down there around your waist, is she?
Believe it or not,
Heyo.
I have my eye on a second belt. Won't be anytime soon. But with the new movie,
He'll have to bend back at him. He can't have it on his waist because he'll have to like bend back all the way, so he can,
with the new movie,
thunder thimble, baby.
the Iron Claw coming out, I was
It'll take
kind
him
of
longer
looking
to
at
get the belt around his waist.
the WCCW belt. I'm looking at that as well. So maybe
Nice.
I am a belt.
Oh, a
guy.
Texas belt. Appreciate it, Brad. That's awesome, man. Good
Hey
for
man,
you.
I'm about the people. So anyway, that's all I had this week. Just wanted to show off my new hardware. It's my first one. Pretty happy with it. It's one
That
Hogan
boy,
wore, my
Brad the
hero.
belt guy.
Why don't
Shout
you
out
show
to
some of your
Brad being a
software,
belt
too?
guy.
Belt guy Brad.
Adam's
Devyn,
back
you
with
got
the
a belt?
one-liners. What?
Not a real, not a real
Okay,
belt.
so no. It's a yes or no question. What the fuck, man?
I
Is that
have
like
like
an-
20 of those ones you can buy from Walmart for $20.
So
Oh, there's an age limit to buy belts, James. You know that.
I don't,
I gotta
obviously.
clear that with the future misses first.
but no, you're good. But hey, you'll
Erica,
get
can I
you'll get
buy a
a
belt?
soon
No,
enough,
Devin. Yes, ma'am.
Once audio of this gets around that you don't have a belt, Devin Dowling, I bet
Devin
you
D19.
probably get one.
Maybe. I was told I'd be getting a new Sammy figure.
Oh boy, that's a deep cut too.
Are y'all going back to the thrift store?
You think there's a Mocha Traps one out there?
They hand them out at the door, Adam, when you walk in. Like, here, take this. Take
Oh,
this.
Devin,
Devin, if you were to be able to buy a belt, what belt would you buy?
The Oval Intercontinental Championship.
The Sammy Guevara
Nice.
Championship
Love
belt.
that
Oh, yeah,
belt.
never mind. They don't
Love
make
that
those.
belt.
The Shelton Benjamin Jeff Hardy Intercontinental Championship.
I love that belt.
Adam killed it right there. But yeah, that belt,
That was my belt when I was a kid growing
each
up.
their own,
Yeah,
man.
that's amazing.
Each their
I
own.
love that one. That's one of my favorites.
What?
Yeah, that over IC belt. I don't
The
know what
white
it is.
strap, fucking rectangle
not
one's
the
the only
white
one to go.
strap,
Every
not
other
the
one
white
looks like
White
ass.
strap, yeah.
The white strap
no,
was
the one
bad.
That
That's
oval
what
belt
Cody
looks like
brought it
ass.
back.
That undisputed heavyweight belt that like Brock had looks like ass. Like,
Where did I start?
All right, Mr. Ric
there
Flair
you
belt.
go, Brad. Sweet belt, bro. Hey, the Winged Eagle is the
We can get
that
the
one
Sammy
in the big
Guevara
gold are pretty
AEW
much like
Championship belt.
1A, 1B,
I looked at both of them, James, and I looked at Big Gold. I do love it, but,
But
there's
you're
so
not
many
a
versions.
WCW guy.
But no, I am. But there's just so many versions of it with the names on it. I never know. I
Yeah.
didn't know. I was so confused of what to get. I knew what this was. This is what Hogan
Winged
wore.
Eagle, man.
This is what Hogan wore.
Sometimes.
What about that
Heart,
bullshit?
baby.
I mean,
what about that?
Brad, don't you remember when Hulk Hogan?
So
Adam, you're right. Now that Sammy Guevara is the AEW World Champion, that's probably my favorite
God.
championship.
Hey. Oh, fuck me running. You're next.
Back to you, James.
Well,
I'm trying my best to hold my mouth. I really am.
hey, shout out to Devyn for that Sammy Guevara comment. And if you want to hear what delusional youngsters are watching these days and believing in trashy ass wrestlers, well, I'm sorry. That way you can clip this, Devyn. Hey, if you want to know what the kids are watching these days and what just like getting pop culture and getting really relevant, well, that's something you go to Devyn's demographic for. So Devyn, keep jogging in place and take this one away, buddy.
First off, I'm gonna say bless you, Mike. Second off, I touched on a little bit earlier for my topic.
I was going to talk about that earlier.
This weekend, June 3rd and 4th, it's the NWA Crockett Cup 2023.
You just did this.
It was my demographic, and then Brad said, "Hey, you need a topic."
I thought I was terrible about like all this stuff. It's on the. Oh man,
freaking awesome!
Fucking read them all, Devyn. What are we doing?
All right, I got a better Devyn's demographic right now. Better Devyn's demographic. Recently,
better than
Premier Streaming Network. You can see the CZW 2023 Championship Tournament where we saw Rich Swann be crowned the new CZW World Heavyweight Champion.
That's true. And, Alex Kane was in that. And you can see him in the archives. And Josh Chernoff, in the archives also. Premier Streaming Network, the Kickout Crew, your show. Big fan of the Premier Streaming Network. And we hope that you check them out.
That we do, James.
Yeah.
So that's my demographic this week. Back to you, Jamers.
Oh, that again.
All right, man. That's not going to become a thing.
Yeah,
I hope not.
I'm not allowing it to become a thing.
It hits, boy.
The power of
edit.
edit.
It fucking shoots me. Like
it's
like being stabbed in the fucking
chest. Were you ever
when
called
I hear
that when you're
Nobody's ever been
not.
called
Jamers?
We're not.
Jamer sounds like
it's
a name
James,
you'd find
man.
on a list that you don't want
James,
to live
it's
near
James.
around you.
No, it's not Jim. Jimbo.
was
Jim,
Jimmy. It's fine.
Timothy,
Jimmers.
it's not none of that. It's James. James. Simple.
Yeah,
One of my
Jimmers
best
is-
friends growing up, Robert, his younger brother was James. Name's James. We always called him
Jimmers?
You call him
James
Jamers?
all the time.
Golly.
Not okay.
The spirit of June is number 1. Don't give a fuck if you sneeze. Don't care to say bless you. I don't get it. Because here's the thing. I've been at work, people have sneezed, and I haven't said anything. And they're like, well, that's rude. What they do? I don't get it.
I'm not throwing that sneeze down, so I gotta say
That's what I'm
excuse
saying.
me.
Like, hey,
You're a Jew.
if other people of certain or congregations and all that stuff, if they want to talk to by all means. But what you just sneezed, like when people cough, there you go, Brad. Oh my, well, I don't get it. The blessing.
There's times when I cough, people think it's a sneeze and say, was that a cough or a sneeze? And if it's a cough, they don't say shit.
Thank you. That's what I'm getting at. I don't get the sneeze thing. What else did you say, Devyn? Man, you have me riled up.
He's done.
Thank God.
I said Rich Swann's the new CZW champion.
Jamers.
That's it. That's it. Buddy. Buddy is the thing that hey, buddy.
What's up, pal?
That's my buddy Jamers over here.
Governor.
Boy. All right, Mike, can you fucking burn this mother down with some, food? What you got on Mike's Meat Minute this week?
Let's try this one. Okay.
Randy's going to cancel me.
He's going to. He might cancel me after this one, too.
He'll cancel.
But we're going to do
he's canceled me. You know what I'm saying? His own son.
Yeah. Well, so we're good. We're going to do a French garlic Philly cheesesteak bread.
Yeah, baby.
There it is. Oh, Levittown.
Now we're talking. Levittown's own Mike Whitaker.
What was that
Hell
first
yeah.
word?
Hey,
So
you
what
know
you
that
need-
bar, Dabs?
Yeah.
The bar. The
Whatever.
bar.
No, there was
So-
another one that was named ridiculous shit too. Hey, it's Mike's segment.
What you need is fresh French garlic bread, which I don't know what the difference is between American garlic bread and French garlic bread, but
Hey.
you need French garlic bread for this one.
One has
So-
an accent, Mike. Jesus.
Go-
Blue with
brand.
caper. Oh, one's got the gabagool.
One, you
Yes.
have to use some tongue.
Yes.
Heyo. It's probably
You
a thing
need
with
some-
capers or something.
Because he never lands.
The gabagool.
Exactly. You need some Philly steak meat, or you can get like a London boil, slice it up real thin. Do that,
Flank steak, man. Get flank steak.
right? Then you need here we go, Adam. Worcestershire sauce.
Perfect.
You landed that one.
How'd you like that one? All right.
Somebody's been practicing.
What was that one thing you couldn't say earlier, but you fucking nailed that one.
Worcestershire sauce.
And if you look you said somebody's name earlier, butchered it.
Hey, come on,
But if you look
lineage.
in the archives, there's another recipe you have, and you nail this word too. I think it's selective, Mike. I think you're playing us.
It is. Then you need some-
Lineage is a fight.
Lineage.
word.
Coming.
Can I get back to my Mike's meat, man?
Yeah, man. Worcestershire. You were at
They're-
Worcestershire.
they're
You know
at-
how
they're at
happy
the
Mike
stove
is
right
now? Let him
waiting
finish.
to know what's next. They're
You
waiting.
were at Worcestershire sauce.
Okay, Worcestershire sauce.
Was it horseradish?
You need provolone cheese. You need a green bell pepper, white onion, some olive oil.
Why is it going to be a white onion?
Well, I mean, because
We're not doing that.
the yellow onion
We're not.
is like sweeter. Okay, olive oil, garlic and onion powder.
What color onion powder?
that was funny. Waka waka waka. I like that one. That was good.
And here's what you want to do. You're gonna marinate your meat in seasoning in the sauce. So marinate it up. Let it sit for a couple hours.
Or grown in June?
Slice your vegetables up nice and good so you can throw it on there. Cook your meat until it's done. You don't want it too raw, unless you like rare meat. That's all right. Then, after that's cooked, you cook your vegetables until they get soft, because you don't want crunchy vegetables on a Philly cheesesteak. It just doesn't work that way.
No, you don't want firm. You don't want firm vegetables. They hurt.
No.
Got to get that grease, that juicy juice,
Yes, we have to have that.
that sweet,
You
that
want them
nasty,
soft, that way
that
they go
goosey
down
stuff.
better.
Yep. Then you put your meat on there, re-season, and a little bit of sauce, according to taste, how much you like it. Some like
Round
it
two.
extra saucy, some like it just a little sauce. So do it to taste. And while you're doing that, cook your bread for about 5 minutes. Just kind of get it warm and all that good stuff. Get it out there, throw your meat, your veggies on top of it, add the cheese, cover it, cook it for 45 minutes, uncovered on boil until the cheese is brown on top. Take it out.
No. If you cook
say
anything on
45
broil
minutes?
for 45 minutes, you're burning your house down.
4 to 5 minutes, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I was like, broil?
Yes. And then until your cheese is brown on top, nice and melted and good to go, take it out. Yes, Adam.
You said warm the bread or cook the bread? You said both.
You gotta warm the bread a little bit.
So you don't cook it, you just warm it.
Yeah, you just throw it in there for about 5 minutes.
You said
Kinda
cook the bread.
Warm it up so it's nice and soft and everything else. You can work around it.
That's true.
It's easier to work around.
Do we put butter on it or no?
Did he say
No.
butter?
But you can get like hot sauce and stuff like that you can throw on there.
Have you tried it with mayonnaise?
Get you mayonnaise is another thing you can dip
No,
it
it is
in.
not okay.
Or are you a
Or
It
Miracle
is
Whip
French.
kind of
It
guy?
is French.
Ain't nothing like
Or-
cooking mayonnaise.
Or get you some of that juju sauce.
Well, a Miracle Whip.
Au jus. Okay.
It's a juju. It's a
Juju.
juju.
Worcestershire, dude. You smash Worcestershire. And then this.
I know it's a juju sauce. It's a
Oh,
juju.
coming. That's what you said last week.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Get some juju sauce, and that way you can dip it.
Hell yeah.
Eat it up.
I don't know nobody
That is
named
good.
Juju.
It's like a French dip type thing.
Yes.
Sounds delicious, really.
That's why you got the French bread, the French dip,
That you
Yeah.
just
And he had a
warm
bit
up.
of Philly in there.
Love it.
Mixed up everything.
What if you don't know nobody named Juju? You can't get none of his sauce.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Shout out.
Adam's
Well,
on a roll. He is on
I
a
guess
roll.
then you just do a Drew
No,
sauce.
not a roll bread. He said warm the bread, not rolls.
French bread.
Warm it, not cook it.
Waka
Mike,
waka
you made me
waka.
think
Has
of
to
a
be French
question.
bread. Cannot be Italian bread. Has to be French.
That's
From
racist.
France. So in order to do that, you go to www.frenchbreadfromfrance.com
Or
and get that.
www.racistbread.com.
That website will not be posted at the bottom of the podcast.
What was your question,
I'll
Devin?
tweet it. Tweet it. tweet it.
All right, Mike,
Worcestershire.
you made me think of a question for everyone here. What
All
do you cook your steak at? If you were to order a steak at a restaurant or like
Medium
cook it at
rare.
your home,
I tell them to slap it on the ass, cut it off, throw it on, and get it off.
So you like rare blue
Red?
blue red?
I'm
Pittsburgh?
like as rare as you can serve it in a restaurant. Give it to me.
No, medium rare.
135 degrees, I think, is what the thermometer thing. I worked
Yeah.
at like a bunch of restaurants.
As rare as you
You
can
do
give
the
to me.
food thermometer, you know, or you can do the trick with your palm. Did you know you can do the trick with your palm? Sometimes, Devin has no idea what I'm talking about.
what is that?
Oh, like
Yeah, you got
so this
That's
is
another
what is
podcast,
it?
buddy,
This is
sorry.
rare. This is medium rare. This is medium. This is
Yeah,
like
something like that.
medium well.
ask
Like
Mr.
the toughness of
Elcoy.
your hand, kind of. It's a stupid cook trick.
Yeah,
But,
I totally
Yeah.
didn't
I mean,
think that's what
you
we're
can touch
talking
it with
about.
the tongs. You can feel where you're at. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, probably medium well or medium, I guess.
Medium.
Medium rare. Same with bread.
Medium rare.
I'll say medium. That way they have like a
Boom.
leeway. If it's a little,
yeah,
if
they
it's
got a
more than
buffer
medium, I'm
zone.
good. If it's a
I
little
mean,
under
listen.
medium, I'm still okay.
Different
Yeah.
restaurants do it differently. Sometimes
Adam's
medium rare
smart
can
because
be
they got a buffer
way
zone.
too rare. So
I
it's-
So
Well,
who does
Brad,
the
we
best
don't
steak
eat at
then?
them pinky out places, but Adam does the buffer zone thing
do.
where if they fuck it up, it's still gonna be good. You know?
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we don't do the whole like cut
Well,
it up
what-
and like send this back to the chef, please.
Yeah, it sounds like me.
What
Yeah, it
restaurant does
does.
the best steak?
Some
All
people on audio say that my impression right there sounds exactly like you, and they can't tell us apart, Brad. Crazy.
Texas Roadhouse, Adam.
Fucking crazy.
I like
Oh,
Texas
yeah.
Roadhouse.
They're good
Oh,
at good
yeah,
steak.
shout out to them biscuits. You know what I'm saying? Them rolls or whatever. Whatever.
Outback has a good steak.
Outback blows, and their freaking food takes forever to come out.
That onion though, bomb.
Now the
That
onion.
bloomin'
I
onion?
love the onion.
Yeah, it's the only thing worth a shit. And
That
why are
Hostess-
appetizers fucking $20?
Yeah, why are they the same as the meal?
I know that hostess. Okay. So you said Outback? What? Texas?
Oh,
Okay.
you took her out back, gave her,
Give her her own blooming onion.
hey,
All of those choices seem good, but I would just prefer good old Mike's Meat Minute.
attaboy, Devin.
Me too. Thank
I
you.
want it to last longer than a minute if I'm paying for steak.
I mean, it's
Boy,
fine.
this was some saucy, seconds on this one.
Saucy 600 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's good. So, Mr. Elcoy, Randy, how'd you like that one?
Great. Oh,
Oh, fuck you, Brad.
Is that part of the recipe or no, Mike?
Yeah.
all right,
Fuck
move
off,
on.
Brad.
Or is that for dessert? Is that dessert? The Brad thing, is that dessert?
Still coughing.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. So that's the Mike's Me Minute, right?
Took about 5 minutes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Hell yeah. Glad we interrupted the shit out of it. Made it take a long time. Speaking of a long time, I guess, people are going to grow anticipatory and, really it's like yearning for more of the Kickout Crew. So what are we going to do next week?
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, next
to
week
back.
we got something special going on. I don't want to give too much details. Let's just say we're going a little Hollywood.
Wow, 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 wow.
That's not it.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, that's Hollywood Hogan. He comes out strumming
Everybody
the
has
belt
wrong
like the
idea
biggest
now.
heel of
Completely
all
wrong
time.
idea.
Huh?
Let's just say It's a movie star experience.
Well, that's
How
not
about
all
that?
Because he never lands.
Thank you, Adam. I thought it was a funny joke.
Damn.
I was giving you credit on it.
This is a spoiler. You won't be able to watch the next matches. Well, I don't know if they're on Peacock. I guess I don't want to say that. It won't be on the WWE or wrestling portion.
It will not be a watch along.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
It won't be a watch along, and it may be some blockbuster type of shit.
Devyn,
Nice.
do you know what Blockbuster is?
Oh
He
yeah,
doesn't.
Have
Hey,
you ever
movie
been to
gallery.
Blockbuster? Movie gallery.
we had movie gallery here.
Hell yeah.
We didn't have a Blockbuster.
I owe movie gallery like $23.
What movie?
15 years ago. I
What movie is it?
can't remember. I don't
Oh,
know.
is it Deb being like, "Can y'all shut the fuck up"? Is that
Yeah.
I
Deb
think
saying?
Mike's one of them assholes that didn't
Is that
rewind the
Deb
tape.
saying we're desperately out of time?
Oh man, no doubt.
I guarantee you $5. $5 says
Yeah,
Mike was one of them
remember.
assholes that didn't rewind the tape when he brought it back.
Yep.
You ever see
Exactly.
that Jack Black movie? Gonna rewind the tape. We should talk extensively about that right now. Oh man.
Oh,
But hey, I don't think this show is going long. Thank God we just added topics. But
Hey,
if it
before we-
does,
Hey, before you start talking, I want to give a good shout out real quick because here tomorrow is graduation for everybody graduating in 2023, last day of school. So I want to say congratulations to everybody out there that's graduating, high school, college, whatever the fuck you graduating from. But congratulations to all the graduates.
be safe.
2023.
Last week.
hell yeah!
I
like
said
that. Shout
tomorrow
out, Mike.
while we're
My
recording.
kids are 2 weeks away still, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
while recording. So while recording, when this releases, it'll be somebody else's graduation.
In
While
June,
recording. When this drops,
college. Yeah, what do we do with trimesters?
I don't know what they're graduating. I know tomorrow is ours, next week's is Brad's. So
yeah.
My
we
cousin
go
in
like- we go
Utah is
middle of June.
graduating today.
In June.
I
There
know
we
I'm
go.
not letting y'all record me
Over the
if
East
I'm
Coast,
driving
I'm
home
different.
from graduation.
congratulations to all of the class of 2023.
Fantastic.
Y'all did it. Do not become a podcaster because
You are the future.
That was
Oh
great.
shit!
All right,
Awesome.
James.
Speaking of the future,
I just had to say it. My niece is graduating high school tomorrow. So
What the
I gotta
fuck
say
did
it.
you lead with that?
Shout out Mike's niece.
shout
From
out.
2023.
I'm not being on the phone with anybody
It's
until I get
something
home.
unpredictable. I mean, what?
And my daughter graduated from kindergarten.
Hey,
Yes.
congratulations.
Is this ever gonna end?
Congratulations.
You
Adam
start-
said it earlier, and it's the damn truth.
What do you say?
Speaking who else in your family graduated, Mike? Jesus.
Well, my daughter graduated kindergarten.
Mike's
My other
Uncle
daughter
Randall.
graduated pre-K. My niece is graduating high school. My son, he's still gonna be in middle school, so we're good.
Brad's
I
about
think
to get
that's it.
like we're about to see, domestic disturbance. That's a joke. It's a joke. Jeez, Louise, it's a joke.
But no, I'm just having fun.
Hell yeah. Well, we've had a lot of fun on this episode. I want to thank Mr. Thomas for joining in. Cool as shit, a hilarious guy. Had a great part of the episode. Hope to see him and Alex Kane, for the people, because July 8th is going to be a big day. Our very own
And
Brad's
you,
going to be
champion.
there. You know that. And I don't know.
And
if
catch
something
him
grinds
June
your gears,
24th.
that's what, Devyn?
Sorry, and catch Mr. Thomas June 24th at Rad Pro Wrestling, teaming up with Max Smashmaster, the return of the Devastation Corporation.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. And you can catch, that there. Who would have thought that I would be the one trying to wrap it up and not talking? Crazy.
Well, I know I'm not
But-
the one that never mind.
Fucking A.
Let's keep going.
That is that Yes Man Brad for all of your fucking driving you crazy type of stuff. If everything's a joke and all that stuff, you can hit that at Waka with Adam_from_Bama. That is Adam from Bama. Adam_from_Bama for all of your Waka D's and all of your dad jokes. If there's some rambling and going on and crazy and people are just paying attention to something, well, I bet there's a pop culture reference in there somewhere. And Devyn would cover that in Devyn's demographic. That is at Devyn D19. At Devyn D19 for Devyn's demographic. And man, if you're cooking up something real fast, flaming hot, and you want it done in a jiffy, jumping jack flash, well, that'd be something that Mike would cook on Mike's Meat Minute. So that is at Whitaker1028 for Mike's Meat Minute. And I am James Delacorre, and you can follow us on Twitter at Kickout Crew. That is at Kickout Crew. You can watch us on YouTube because the episodes are way funny on video than they are on audio. You can catch bonus clips. You can catch interviews. You can catch all kinds of stuff on our YouTube channel. Devyn cuts clips on our Instagram. That is at Kickout Crew Podcast, I believe. And we have a TikTok and, all that's fun stuff. Mike, what you got, man? What you got?
Don't you have a couple of bonus things coming out or popping out? What's your little bonus episode thing going
He
on?
remembered somebody else graduating, James. Sorry.
All right.
No,
I did an American Gladiators bonus episode, my friend
Yeah.
Jesse, and now they announced that 30 for 30 is doing an American Gladiators thing. So that's fun stuff.
Who was
There
your
we
favorite
go.
American
So,
Gladiator?
That's why he's doing a bonus episode.
Who was your
Yeah, I
favorite
did a
one?
bonus episode. My buddy Jesse watched American Gladiators. It's kind of on the screen. You can barely see it.
Who
And
was
you know
your
what I
favorite?
can- you know what I can barely see? The
Favorite
fucking
one.
light at the end of this tunnel because we are desperately out of time.
Favorite
I want to thank
American
everybody for
Gladiator?
this.
Brad, you got anything coming out?
Nope, not yet.
You sure?
I'm about to slam
Yeah,
my
I'm
head
sure.
through
I haven't
the
recorded
fucking
anything.
wall.
Okay.
But hey, when life gets you down and it seems like there's just too many voices in your head at one time, and you just need to sit back and relax and have fun and shut all of the exterior shit the hell up. Well, what better way than with your friends on your show? Because always remember, no matter what happens to you and no matter how down you may seem, it's never the end. You know why? Because every step forward or every step you take just so happens to be a step forward. Always keep striving ahead. And if you need, a little break or rest or relaxation, that's why we're here. Because you know why? It's your show. And when life gets you down, we always kick out at 2. Because that's what we do on your show, the Kickout Crew. I want to thank everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.